GRG podcast, where we talk about the latest in gaming news, hot topics, and more.
Let's go! With
guests Lady Infamous, Delilah HD, 108 Dragons TV, Triple Cup Chuck, Live Wires Gaming, Blood Knuckles, 100, Kaleidoscope, and your host, K Mega 405. The GRG podcast
starts right now. Right now.
What's up, everybody? The GRG podcast is back, baby. Let's go. We're doing it live. We are actually finally.
What's up, everybody?
Live. And now, everybody, this is it. Finally, I know the setup is still not 100%. There's still a couple of things that I need to do, but it's just for me to get this stream out here. I've been wanting to do this for so damn long. Get right back to what it was. But here we go, man. And let's get straight on to it because, man, we got a lot to talk about in a short time because just like last week, there's a lot of games coming on. So, man, let's go straight to it and hit my man. Man, he's doing double time. I see you on Crossfire, man. What's up, Triple Cup? Are you up?
Man, I'm still up, still going. We about to go into overdrive now. Hey, they got it. When I seen them topics in there, like masterpiece tonight, we finna do it up.
Nice. All right. Then we move on, man, to that bum 100. What's up with you, 100 or 99 cents? Man. Or as last night?
Yeah, 99 cents, but I ain't won.
100 pesos. What's up with you, bro?
Not much in there. Playing this anthem. Having a ball. Loving that crackdown life. Just chilling out, ready to get with these topics.
Nice. No doubt about it. All right. And then we move on down. Our Rookie of the Year here at GRG. Operations, man. What's going on with you, brother?
What's up, y'all? Glad to be back here, bro. I've been hacking away at Metro and Crackdown 3 this week, bro. It's been wild, though, but it's been good over here.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, and then last but not least, until my main man, Lemetheus. I'm sorry, I didn't say Lemetheus. My main man, Livewire. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got to get him a little dolphin flying across the screen every time that he talks or whatever. That's something I'm definitely going to work on. But until Livewire finally comes in fashionably late like he always do, let me go ahead and give it to my main man, Lemetheus from the Zeus Facts. What's up with you, bro?
What's good people, man? How y'all doing? We got some great topics for y'all. That new intro looks fire. Facts.
Yeah. The intro of it's all kind of a little dated, a little bit, but still, I gotta hit my my DJ friend again and redo another one. But for right now, we're gonna let it rock. Just gonna let it rock. And I hope you guys can see this. I hope it's good and clear for you. You know what I'm saying? Something that like I said, I've been wanting to get back to. And I'm excited. So yeah, man, let's over here and get started. First off, man, we're gonna just start off kind of light, and then we're gonna get to the big stuff. And right off the bat, we're talking about a rumor that came about. There's a lot of rumors going on, matter of fact, but about COD. There was somebody that came out and said that the marketing rights for Call of Duty is going back to Microsoft. So now the question that I'm going to ask you, I'm going to start with you, Operations. Do you think that this is a great strategy for Microsoft to get it, even though after a lot of people that were hyped for this new Blackout mode or for Black Ops 4, but then all of a sudden but the issue is that a lot of people kind of stopped playing it. So is it the right time for COD and Microsoft to or I should say Xbox to merge back? Or is it one of those things where it's kind of like been there, done that?
It might be been there, done that, because at this point in generation, like marketing rights, the purpose from my point of view is limited. The point of marketing right is to sell that copy of the game on your system, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So of course that's the purpose of it, but at this point in time, we know the generation leader in console sales is Sony at this point. So I'm not saying they shouldn't bother with the marketing rights, but like if their goal is to sell more copies, which I doubt it is, Xbox is not going to help them out. That's not going to help them that much at this point. Okay. If this rumor is true, let's go back to Microsoft. It's probably because Sony's dipping out at E3. And of course, Activision, they want to show off their game at the biggest stage of the year. Since Sony's not there, usually what with them, so it would be natural for them to go back to Microsoft. But that's my point of view on it.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of makes a little sense. What about you, Chuck? I mean, do you think that that COD coming back to Xbox, and Xbox now looking like they're putting in the work, getting the marketing rights, something that a lot of people was hoping them to do, to start getting into doing some advertising. You think that this is going to affect more people to buy Xboxes now, or is it just like like you said, like it doesn't really matter anymore?
I mean, like right now in the generation, at the end of the generation, it don't matter, because not normally the people they gonna go where their friends are, and people that want to buy consoles, they're pretty much bought the console that they want to buy. But for the beginning of the next generation, it'll be good to have the marketing rights. So when you get this next Xbox in 2020, when all the announcement come, you get COD, and then you know what I'm saying, then you start pushing it hard, like Xbox, Call of Duty, Xbox, Call of Duty. You know they're gonna do that because they got the esports. They ain't going nowhere. They're going to have to play it back on the Xbox. It's going to all, you know what I'm saying, look good for them. And like Operation had made a real good ass point when he said that Sony name's coming to E3 no more. I mean, you know, they got probably a whole different perspective of what they trying to do. So not EA.
Activision.
Yeah, Activision. They got, you know what I'm saying, like you said, they got to show this shit off. And the only thing that's right now that's available, the powerful console, is the Xbox One X. So I'm thinking that's probably what they just got to go back to. And I don't think they're gonna pay that big money like they was no more. They don't have that to do.
You don't think Xbox is gonna be paying that big money? I mean,
like think about it. Where else can they go?
Well, that part is true. I mean, they could go to the Switch, but I don't think that's going to do them any good. No. So, yeah. So, I mean, you could be right. You could be right. So, you're saying Xbox getting COD on wholesale right now. Okay. All right. That makes good sense. All right. What about you, 108 Dragons? What is your thoughts about this?
I really think Op summed it up, just because, you know, at E3, if Sony's not there, you know, if it's to be true, where they gonna show Call of Duty at on a big stage? They're not gonna make an event just for Call of Duty. So it's pretty much that, and I think it's too late.
Think so?
Yeah, hell yeah. And then they say Xbox don't advertise, so doesn't matter.
Well, no, it's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to call that one, but it's definitely too late in the generation. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, but it could be for. I mean, the new COD could be ready for the for the future, because I mean they're saying that the next consoles come out next year.
Hopefully it does. I need a new toy. That's what's up. Okay. I'll go with that.
All right. Okay. What about you, 100? Are you a COD fan?
No.
But your son is.
Yeah,
that sounds like a joke.
That's his problem. I just gotta buy
it. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. I mean,
but think about that. Don't deter him from not wanting it. People just won't. They don't. I mean, marketing rights sometimes is overrated. It's how good the game is. We are the marketers now. Well, the YouTubers are marketers now. We just don't get paid for it. We go out and defend these games, or this game and like that. So, like I said, you ain't got to overboard it. Like I said, I wouldn't pay. It ain't no King's ransom. Not around here. It shouldn't be no King's ransom for it. You know, you got Battlefield. So how EA gonna feel about Battlefield? You messing with Activision?
Oh yeah, that part is true. That is true. I forgot about Battlefield. Like, how is that gonna work?
That's true.
They gonna switch spots.
Well, no,
you know?
But hold on. Battlefield is 2 years, so this is perfect. Like, so PlayStation can come back and get it next year when they decide, if they decided they want to go back to Xbox. Want to go back to PlayStation or whatever. But Battlefield is a 2 year experience, while COD is yearly. You know what I'm saying? So I think, or maybe like if they got them both, Xbox can kind of wrangle them out, I guess. I don't know, but that would be weird. But hey, that's a good thought. That's a good point. I had no idea, but I forgot about that. What's up, Lady Infamous? What's up, Lady Foxfire? What's up, Rain 84? Gideon, what's up, everybody? Oh man, he said. Ray said 100 sounds like he's on a 1940s radio station.
Damn.
Cold blooded.
Damn.
Anyway, so are you done with that 100? There's anything else?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay, all right. He sounds really deterred right now. Sounds really deterred. Anyway, so yeah, no. As for me, I mean, look, I think it's a good move. That was one thing that I was saying back in the days was that look, Xbox really didn't need to go after COD once they went to PlayStation because of the fact that COD is still coming to Xbox. But I was wrong. I mean, it looked like that, those ugly ass consoles that PlayStation kept on throwing out, they were selling like hot fire. And in the fact that, and even though like Activision right now is going through a lot of turmoil right now, a lot of people quit. Got laid off out there from Blizzard and things like that. It could be one of those things where, I mean, they can kind of make amends. It's according to what's going on. But me personally, I'm still not getting the COD if they're not going to have any type of if they're going to have any type of story. Because I skipped out on this COD. You can't ask me to pay $116 and then turn around and then ask me and then tell me that I can't get a story mode. You got to give me the complete package. I feel like they should have gave blackout mode, a story mode, and the multiplayer all in one package for $116. You asking me just for multiplayer games like that, and I'm used to how Call of Duty has always been. No, I can't rock that. I cannot rock that at all. So,
do y'all really like the story in Call of Duty? They've been pretty meh to me.
Oh man, World War II was dope. World War II
was good, but the rest of this generation has been trash.
No,
I ain't like the sense. I think we got Black Ops 2.
Yeah,
but I don't know why they didn't. I don't know why they didn't go with keep Advanced Warfare going, because that was good. That wasn't too. That wasn't like it was future, but it wasn't too out of the realms of people's realization. Instead of you going straight into space and trying to be Titanfall, I threw a lot of people off. Now you want to go back to World War I, World War II, World War III.
Wait, when did Advanced Warfare drop? What year was that?
2014.
I think at the beginning of the generation.
Yeah, pretty much 2014, and it was Advanced Warfare was great. Mm-hmm. That story was dope. I loved it. It had Kevin Spacey in it.
So we gotta look at what was coming out during that time period. So Titanfall, and of course Halo was coming out like 2015 after that, and then Destiny. So these are like space futuristic shooters. So
right,
they're probably trying to follow that trend and get on top of that as well.
And what you call it had EA Dice had one of my favorite Hardline, but it flopped. It didn't do good at all. Yeah, what's up, Soul King? He said the campaign wasn't being completed. Well, look, I didn't like the multiplayer of Ghost, but I loved the story of Ghost. I thought the story was fire. I got annoyed by the main dude because his punk ass wouldn't die, and then at the ends, I'm not gonna tell the ending. Yeah, they should have. They definitely needed to have a part 2 to that, but I guess they're not going to do it. But they did come out and say that they are not going to continue Infinite Warfare. And you know what? I got Infinite Warfare, and I haven't even booted it up. I just wanted it for the remaster of COD 4 of Modern Warfare 4. That's it. I couldn't tell you what the beginning of Infinite Warfare looks like story wise or multiplayer wise. I just didn't have no interest. So that's pretty sad though, because some people were saying that the story wasn't too bad, but I don't know. But
you should definitely check out the story and just see how you like it.
Yeah, I should.
There's improvement over the other ones.
Really? Okay. So out of you guys out here, which was your favorite COD story? And people in the chat, let me know, what was your favorite COD story?
What you call it? The original one? The Modern Warfare.
Oh, the trilogy?
Yeah, all three. Yeah.
For me, probably Modern Warfare 2 for me. I played that one the most as a kid, so yeah, it really did stick with me.
All right. What about you, Triple Cup?
Man, I only play Battlefield. The only card, I ain't never really beat a card, so I ain't really want to say one of my favorites, but the one with Kevin Spacey in, that's the one
that's Advanced Warfare, yeah.
Yeah, I put more into that one, and that one was pretty cool. But it just it didn't feel right. Something about I just don't like COD. I ain't trying to hate on it, but I can't stand COD.
Lady, you need to just go ahead and put all of the CODs down there from from the beginning, from the PlayStation 2 days all the way down to now. So you don't talk about this COD though. Yeah, I haven't seen her talk anything about Modern Warfare 4, about Black Ops 4. I haven't heard her say anything about that. So obviously, so then and then somebody in Slick Slayer say he says Slick Slayer says Infinite. So Infinite got a little bit of love, and of course, the Modern Warfares was the ones that got everything started. My favorite, what's up, Sir X Man, is my favorite online one was Modern Warfare 2. I love that. I really went ham on that. But yeah, and then I liked Advanced Warfare. I got into clan and everything on Advanced Warfare, so it was all cool, man. No, go ahead.
Ghost started out pretty. I started a little bit of the story with Ghost. That's the beginning of it was pretty good, but I ain't never finished that one. So have you you had beat it? Was it good?
What, Ghost?
Yeah,
Ghost story was good. Yeah, it was really cool. It just the main boss annoys the hell out of you, man. You'll find out if you go back and try to play it because his ass was annoying. Like, are you kidding me? You kidding me? Like, yeah. So, but yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it.
Annoying?
Huh?
He was like a toothache.
No, he was worse than a toothache. His ass was a hemorrhoid. That's what he was. Oh man, damn! I forgot. I just played like the old gameplay that we used to have when we first started, and damn, this was Fonzarelli's gameplay. Ha! This is crazy. That tells you how long ago this shit was.
Wait, is that his intro?
Yeah, that's his intro. That's when he made gameplay for me. He always had his intro in there because I was asking everybody to put their intro in and then show their gameplay. So, and I think like Live Wires is crazy. It's just him just playing basketball. I think if this is the same one. I got a couple of them left. It's crazy, man. But this shows you how long ago this shit was. It's wild. But anyway, all right. So let's get on to the second topic. And I think we're going to be on this one for a little bit. But let's talk about our man Mike Ybarra and he calling out reviewers. I know that there's been a lot of talk going on. We got 3 games that were highly anticipated. I know that when we was at E3, like all of these games were just like everybody was just talking about it and just excited about them, but they all got low scores. And for Mike Ybarra, he actually called out a critic because of the fact of that they were talking about Anthem and they ripped Anthem. So right now, Jump Force is anywhere from a 59 to a 62 rating on Metacritic. Crackdown 3 is at a 59, 61 Metacritic. And then Anthem, I don't really know what the Metacritic score was at, but I just know that the reviewers is giving it bad scores. And the last score that I seen was a 61. I think the highest I seen was a 64. So I'm going to go to you, 108, and get your whole thoughts about this, man. I mean, first off, do you think Mike Ybarra went too far as a person that's a representative for a company for standing up for what he believed in, or what do you think are the reviewers right about this, or do they deserve the justification for making these scores? And how do you feel about any of these games? Yeah, just let me know what you think. Just go ham.
First of all, I said something about this on Twitter, so I'm just going to basically regurgitate my own words. But let me tell you something. These reviewers are out there. They get these codes. Half of them don't play the genre. They complain before they review, oh, this is not really my type of game, but this game is not good. Then, as my man Mike Ybarra turns around and he goes in on the media, it's kind of warranted. So now these guys are replying, oh, you're insulting our craft. You know, we out here working. We don't have time to be on the games like that. And these are the people that the public, the gamers, are trusting to give real advice. Now, I say this. When you criticize somebody who made a game for 2 years, 3 years at a time, and they got to take care of their families, and you basically destroying the game and making some people change their opinion on the game, isn't that insulting people's craft? Especially when you don't put the time and effort into it, where you can say, I put enough hours in this game to be able to tell you that this game is garbage. Or this is my type of... would you stop?
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So you have to look at things from a different, all perspectives. And we need to start insulting these people. We need to ridicule some of these reviewers, because if you're a basketball fan and somebody reviews 2K and they don't play that, how can they be the one reviewing it? Basically, they just reviewing stuff for a paycheck, not because they love the game, not because they're into the genre. There's so many things outside of it. I'm happy Mike Ybarra came out and spoke up. I'm happy the media was ridiculed and criticized, because all the games that we mentioned that got low scores, is the community not enjoying them? So who's the dummies? That's how I look at it. It's like y'all reviewed 3 games terrible, not even so or mediocre, terrible, and the community backlash on you is tenfold, and it's good for them. Maybe next time they will take more time and think about the review, and then not criticizing so much. Because I'm telling you, Crackdown is not no goddamn 59. It's not. Is it the perfect game? No, but it's definitely a Crackdown game. It's fun as hell. They said it looks like a 360 game. That looks like a 360 game to you?
If it looks like a 360 game, then graphics have not advanced that much over the time.
Exactly. They just
it's really a double insult if you really sit down and think about it.
It really didn't deserve that harsh criticism, because you felt it had a bad developmental cycle. We all know that, but that game is not improved from what we saw in 2017. That's not even the same damn game. Yep. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous on where they took it with these reviews. And honestly, we as the gamers spoke up. We see who have the power. We have the power. Don't listen to them, man. Take criticism of what they say with a grain of salt, and you make your own judgments, or go to somebody you respect and play these games. I didn't have this much time to put it on a game, so I really couldn't get into it, but you said the game is garbage. Should be fired.
Right. I agree with some of those segments. Sentiments. Look, big shout out to Delilah HD. She came in and she said I had to see it for myself. Sir X Man, I did not forget what you said, man. Shout out to you. Supporting the chat, he said K Mega Chuck, did you like Driving Dangerous video? Chuck, you there, Chuck?
Y'all can hear me? Yeah. Did I like Driving Dangerous video?
Did you like the Driving Dangerous video? Okay.
I don't know what that
is. I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. What is he talking about? What's he talking about?
He talking about that Forza.
Oh, okay, yeah. You got to, Sir X-Man, come on now. You can't be talking like you doing that Xbox Live. You got to let me understand what's going on. I didn't know what he was talking about.
He's talking about
At first, I was thinking about a YouTuber named Driving Dangerous. I'd be like, I do watch videos and I do be liking videos. I don't know if I watch that video or not.
What's up? Oh, by the way, man, what's up, Jazzy Noob? What's going on with you, Christopher Hart? It's killing here with your hate. That's all right though, but man, look, if you feel that Crackdown 3 is a 57. By all means, you have the right to think that. Nobody, I personally don't care. Nobody else should. Gideon, he says that it was a 59-60, and so he think that the game wasn't up to par, up to snuff, and that's fine. But I think that for the people that's being harassed because they enjoy the game, I find that to be a little bit over the top. And by the way, Jazzy Noob, I'm giving my giveaway, my Patreon giveaway tonight. So it's going to be either Jump Force, Metro, or Anthem. So whoever is the winner, I will go ahead and I will let you know about that tonight. So yeah, I'm supposed to do
this. This is the podcast we give away the subpar 59 games. Facts.
Costs a lot of money. Anyway, let's go. But anyway, yeah. Let me go to you, 100. Did you think Mikey Barrow was out of line? Was he out of place? Do you think that the reviewers had a case in point about giving the scores to these 3 games?
No, they ain't got none, because there ain't no real journalism anymore. I mention that all the time. I tell people, quit running to Metacritic. Me, Live, a bunch of people have showed. We went down on Metacritic, and I think Live did it this week, where he showed we'll say a third-party exclusive from PlayStation, right? And it's from PlayStation style, and you gave it a 90. and then it's like people follow. I'm gonna give it to give it. So I tell people, you gotta understand this. The dude was trying to say, I'm in a business. Xbox, you get all the hate, and they're gonna come to my site because I need clicks. See, journalists is no better than a clicking YouTuber. IGN ain't nothing but a YouTube. They need somebody to hit that website to see all that advertising. That's how they make money. But for you to say Crackdown was something, I'm like, okay. I stood on Crackdown for 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But then none of these people that's reviewing it said they beat it. You know, they've been bashing on Anthem. Now my thing is, what if PlayStation had the marketing rights to Anthem? Will Anthem get this? Because to me, when I played this and when I played Destiny when it first came out, it's light and day. But Destiny didn't get all that super hate. Like, oh, they come in with content that's like they had excuses. So I'm like, you cannot believe in no Metacritic and stuff like that because they're just doing it for clicks and views. That's all they're doing it for. It's not when you make an excuse, say I ain't got enough time. You got a review copy. So sometimes people get them review copies 2-3 weeks before.
Right. Without the patch.
Yeah. So and then you make your thing without the patch. When they talk about the patch, I come home from the office and my patch was downloading. And I saw light and day. I even saw it in the loading screen and everything. And I was like, okay, you can't do that to nobody. If you see people putting in hours and all like they try to force their opinions on you. That's their opinion. And for us as game, you should not never force your opinion on someone else. If they want to try it, let them try it. If you like Chinese food and Dragon don't like Chinese food, I'm not going to force myself. He said, I don't eat Chinese food. Like, I don't eat seafood, but I had nobody try to force me to eat it.
I just don't understand the whole disrespect, man. And then to turn around and get offended because people don't agree with you, and when the gamers come after you for your reviews, why are you crying about it?
Yeah.
How can you be upset? You just insulted how many groups of people? 200 developers. You said the game was trash. I mean, they basically just made trash, and you was okay with it. Now you're getting ridiculed. Look at Ryan McCaffrey. He's sorry, and why are you sorry about your opinion? Because you know your opinion's full of shit.
Well, you know what, Ryan McCaffrey, what he's saying he's sorry for is not because of his opinion. And hold on, first let me give another shout out to Sir X Man. He said the game that was developed by Burnout people. Oh, okay. No, I have not seen that, brother. I'm sorry.
Hey, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about that race car game. It kind of reminds me of Need for Speed a little bit. The way when you be hitting the curves. You know how it get a little blurry because you be moving so fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's you got to see it. It's actually a good ass game.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Hey, bro, like the other night, man, I did a 14.5-hour shift, bruh. There was no watching anything but the pillow.
I understand that one.
Yeah, that was it. So yeah, that's what because when I got home, because it was like 11:30. It was like 11:30 p.m. job. And I didn't get off work until about 4:30 in the next day.
Like, my body was broke down.
When I got home, I was like, when I got home, I turned on the box, but I was just sitting there, just trying to get myself together. And Sir X Man hit me right off the bat. I said, "Bro, I just got home from work, man. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I just got to get myself together. I'll hit you up later."
If we got to pay the bills.
Yeah, you got to see it though. That more fire. It ain't Forza, but it's fire.
Oh, okay. Oh, big shout out to my man Rain84. Oh, no. He changed his name like Delilah Fiberwire. He said, Rain G4 says, wasn't IGN Ignorant Gaming News, said COD Ghost was 720p on Xbox and 1080p on PlayStation 4, then realized it was 720p on both before the patch. You're absolutely right. IGN is had a lot of issues, man. They had a lot of issues. But what Ryan McCaffrey was apologizing for because he called Xbox fans tribalists. The people that just come to him and said, look, we disagree with your score. Now, of course, there were some idiots that would come out and just being disrespectful. That's from everybody. We all know that there's extremists on both sides, right? But there were people that was giving legitimate reasons like, look, Crackdown is not that bad. And the Crackdown is actually really fun, and he wasn't having none of it. He comes back and he calls Xbox fans tribalists, as though, like, listening to what some of these fanboys come out here and call Xbox fans, you know, ex-slaves and all that other stuff, you know, and then have pictures and memes of like we have masters or something like that, and that's just disgusting. And so that's what he was apologizing for. But go ahead, Chuck. Oh no, it wasn't Chuck. It was you, Lemon. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Y'all talk to
the game married about a burnout. That is kind of remind me of Need for Speed. But yeah, you right about that one, okay, Mega.
Yeah. So yeah, but my boy Rain 84, G4, my bad, was absolutely right. But yeah, no, I agree with 100 on that point. Let me go to you, Live Wire. I know that you ain't said nothing yet. I don't heard you sitting there. So what is your thoughts about all of this with the low scores for Anthem, Jump Force, and for Crackdown 3? Have you played all these games? What is your thought process behind it? Do you think Mikey Brower was wrong for stepping up and saying that Anthem was a better game than what some of these reviewers said about it?
All right. Well, I've only played the 2. I haven't played Jump Force. But I played Anthem and I played Crackdown. And from what I experienced, I mean, I've been on Crackdown for a minute, so Crackdown's my shit. And Anthem's, I'm still way too early in the game to really give it any kind of real judgment. I mean, it looks good, but other than that, I haven't really done enough. But I mean, I understand what he's saying, you know, because you're talking about, you know, you got people that are reviewing games and you don't know how they even got that position. Like, we don't, like, when you have a food critic, they usually have to go through some kind of, you know, some kind of training, or maybe they were chefs at one point. There's some criteria that's involved for you to become a food critic. You don't just grab Joe Schmo from, you know, he's straight out of college or wherever. So you want to be a food critic? Yeah, you're a writer. Here, go over here, write about food. You don't know shit about shit. The only thing you eat is the same shit you always ate. Like, bro, that dude shouldn't be qualified to, you know, do a review on Indian food when he doesn't even like Indian food. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, they need to fix a lot of things. It's just not one thing. They need to have a criteria on who reviews what. They need to have a criteria on everybody has to follow the same, like some publication over here, they got these sets of rules for their reviews, and they got this other publication over here, they got their set of rules for their reviews, and you just throw them all together. Well, it doesn't make sense, because if this publication only cares about story, they don't give two shits about gameplay, so they're giving anything with a story a 10, and this place over here doesn't care about, you know, story at all they do is care about gameplay. Like, you don't have balance. You know, shit's that all over the place. They need to have, Metacritic should make it that, all right, you put your score in, but your score has to fit into these categories as far as story, gameplay, fun factor, sound. You know, they have to, follow those certain, fall to those certain slots, because otherwise they're just throwing up review. Look, I could write a review for what's the next game coming out? Devil May Cry. I can just give it a 7. I'd be like, it's a lot of hack and slash. If you play Devil May Cry 5, it's just like Devil May Cry 4. It's hack and slash. They didn't do anything new other than add what's the breakers?
The breakers.
Yeah, whatever. The arms and shit.
Yeah, devil breakers.
The devil breakers. That's all they did. So you know what? They didn't reinvent the wheel. I was looking for. They usually don't say what they're looking for, but they'd be like, they didn't do anything new, so it's a 7. You know what? I give it a 7.5, and that's it. They don't explain, like, they don't go into full detail about what it is, why they gave it Like they don't. Now, don't get me wrong. Some places do it, but all of them don't, and that's where the issue is.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm looking at your gameplay live wire from way back when we first started doing the gameplay. Golly, what was it? 2K? Was it 2K18 or 2K? It was 2K18. But you was playing two. You was playing. You showing you playing 2K 18. But man, boy, the facial animations on Russell looks horrible. Because when he was on the Lakers before he went to Brooklyn. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh man, he looked ruined, Jack. Anyway, so let me go to you, Triple Cup. What is your thoughts about Mike Ybarra and this whole situation with the scores, man? Have you got a chance to play any of these games yet?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing about it is, live right, they need to actually come up with a tier system, like the sound quality, and like just go through a whole tier system. And I still advocate the fact of they need to make a scale of single A, double A, and triple A. And they need to clarify that at the beginning, like this is a double A game that scored a 10 out of 10. Don't just say a 10 out of a 10, because I don't like when people thinking that they're grabbing a double A game and thinking that, oh, this scored a 10 out of 10 is better than Halo, because Halo scored what it was, an 8 point something or something like that. It's scored.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just for the fact that somebody might just see that, and when they take that game and they buy and they take it to the house and they say, oh, it's scored higher than Halo, but why it ain't better than Halo? Some people might, a lot of people think like that. So I always saying that what they need to do is just break it down into categories like that, and then they could put like funny little designs or like a speaker, like, and put a 9 or whatever, stuff like that. Just stuff, because it's video games, so you got to make it comical or animated a little bit. So do a little speaker for if it got good sound or stuff like that. But that's the best way I see them doing it, because the way these people doing it these days, that's why I stopped watching IGN. That's why I stopped watching what it is with Ryan Caffrey and them used to be in.
Xbox Unlocked.
Yeah, Unlocked. They had a guest that was on there, a female. She actually did a hell of a job, and then they had more like the guests would come on and just be looking at them like, y'all really don't like Xbox, and you could tell just by the expression they look on their face, because when they say something, they'll come and correct them. And I'm like, damn, they have guests coming on their show, and I got to listening to it. It's like, man, they nitpick about the wrong things and the things that they need to be talking about. They shut the fuck up. I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to somebody that's more passionate about this here. Ryan McCaffrey trying to turn in his DeLorean for what kind of car he was trying to get?
Teslas.
A Tesla. So do your thing. I'm going in a different direction from here on out. So I mean, everybody I know they got a lot of people that feel like me. They ain't dealing with them no more. They scores is pointless, meaningless.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. What about you, Operations? Where are you at on this, man?
We got to pay the bills real quick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this. Lady Infamous, you know what I'm saying, supporting the podcast. Appreciate it. She's over here doing that self-promotion. Ain't nothing wrong with that. GWG Podcast live at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and that's 11 a.m. Well, hold on. What's it? Pacific? No, hold on. Okay, what is it? Eastern? It's 12. Oh, yeah. 11 a.m. Central. I'm helping you out, sis. And, you know what I'm saying, the best thing on Saturday morning with Delilah, Sharice, and L Boogie. Yes, I can't wait to see those ladies. Hopefully all of you guys will be out there at E3, you know what I'm saying, so we can cut up and act a damn fool.
We got another one
right.
from Cedric H. Fun Factor used to be considered for reviews. He's definitely right about that. It seems like over the years, like before games, people used to play to be fun, but now people are playing it for everything, like surrounding the game, like like the theatrics on it, like the review score, how people like it, the community like it. Is this something going to bolster like the install basis, like morale, like shit like that? So it seems like people don't game for the right reasons anymore, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's damn for sure, because when I was hearing the cats talk about the whole Crackdown thing, they said it's fun, but they talk about it doesn't give me any type of emotional, like I didn't have an emotional journey. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't necessarily watch everything I consume. I don't look at it as like I gotta gain this emotional thing. Like I'm not My wife will sit there and watch some depressing ass shit, and I'll be like, "Why are you watching that depressing shit?" She'll be like, "I don't know. I just want to, have a good cry or think about something." I'm like, "Nah, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I just want to have a good time." Like
The issue with that is people want the same experience from every game.
I have a real question.
Yeah, go ahead.
The whole Crackdown series, does that game feel like Crackdown? Does it play like Crackdown? Does it look like Crackdown? Is Crackdown supposed to be Last of Us? Is it supposed to be that?
I don't know why it always gets compared to that. That's the thing that
is this supposed to be a dramatic game, or is it an over-the-top, high explosion fun game? That's what the hell it's supposed to be. Everybody talking about all this stuff. There's no deep story in Crackdown. Cops that throw cars and blow shit up. That's it. That's what the game is. That's what it's always been. All of a sudden, they need a AAA title that's going to make a statement, and they bring out Crackdown. Why Crackdown look like that? Why Crackdown plays like that? Where's the story? Look at the history of the game. It's exactly what Crackdown is. That's exactly what the game is.
The dumb thing part, there is a story, it's just not in your face like every other game.
Right. They act like they're reviewing a soap opera. It's not supposed to be emotional. It's supposed to be over the top fun. Because I'm pretty sure Just Cause don't have a dope story.
Nah, I don't.
Bro, nobody talked about it.
Yeah, nobody. Because thank you. Only thing you want to do in Just Cause is blow shit up. Nobody cares. Do Minecraft need a story? No, it don't.
It has a story though.
It has. It added after the fact, but the original game, there's none of that.
Yeah.
There's none of that. Yeah. It's a over the top fun. You play with your people. You build shit. There's not too much thinking in that game. The top selling game in the history of gaming. Facts.
Okay, so this is what Chris Hart is saying, right? And this is the thing. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying if he's right or he's wrong, but he's saying that Crackdown 3 should have more complex gameplay.
I need to explain what he means by that.
Yeah, you need to explain that, because if you have not played the game all the way through, you can see that it gets more complex the further that you go. Because the one thing about the game that I love the most is the more that you gain your powers, the more that you can jump. Huh?
We can't entertain this shit no more. This dude just said this is 2014, not 2019. The game has to be more complex. I'm hearing Crackdown 3 lacks the complexity. So basically, you're going off what you hear. You haven't played the game yet. So why are you entertaining this bullshit from him?
Facts.
Well, no, look. Chris is a long-time listener, man.
I don't give a damn.
Well, no, look.
I don't give a damn.
But I get it. Look, I don't look. When I hear that, I laugh. But in all actuality, there are people that actually legitimately feel that way. They actually think that the game doesn't have enough substance for their interest. And
they're fools for being led on to you.
And that's what I'm saying. If they listen to others instead of actually experiencing the game themselves, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. Because there's plenty of other games out there that has spawned. When you look at Prototype, when you look at the way that they changed up on Saints Row and turned it into the overtop, guess who birthed those games? Guess who was the daddy of them? Crackdown.
Mm-hmm.
Crackdown is the begin all end all. And yes, is this game is this? Somebody made a very good point. I was with Kahuna and another gamer, and we were going over it, and we were talking about it, and he said something that I could totally agree with. Now he said, "Look, man, for me," he said, "the graphics looks like something that would be from Xbox coming off from the beginning of the first at the beginning of this gen." And I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna sit there and say that you're wrong about that, because graphically it's not a stunning picture of beauty, but it is a pretty game if you have.
Yeah, but Mecca, how you can't say that's it's not a picture of beauty?
But hold on, let me finish.
All people got different masterpieces. It's cel shaded.
Let me finish. I'm saying, because if you don't have a 4K HDR, if you have just a 4K television and you don't have no HDR, then you're not going to see the true benefit of how that game looks. That game really sparks off. Now the draw distance, it's bad. It's got bad draw distance. But when you look at that game up close on the character models, looks really, really impressive. The city itself, when you have it all going, I think in the daylight it looks even better than it does at nighttime. But then when you look at some of the cars they shine, they look cool. But then sometimes they look kind of old and distant. I get where some people can say, well, this game doesn't look like. Of course, here's the quote God of War. Listen,
it's not supposed to either.
It's not supposed to either. The real factor is what Lemon brought up. Is this game better than its predecessors? It blows its predecessors away. It is so much better than Crackdown 1 and 2. When people say that it looks like a 360 game, Operations is totally right. You have you don't know what the hell you're talking about because it looks way better.
I want when Borderlands 3 drops, I want to hear the same energy with that game. That's gonna be so dated too.
Exactly. And like my boy said, he killed the game with it. Our boy from the Iron Lords, you know what I'm saying? He killed it. He said, what'd you say? What'd you say? Yeah, King David. David killed it. He killed it. He says, look, some of y'all out here fraud in the public. Some of y'all out here talking about the game looks like a 360 game, but y'all shit ain't up to par. Y'all still banging with a 1080p television. And y'all over here trying to talk about no, man. I mean, look, let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Y'all over here on old hardware. Y'all playing on the Xbox One Fat on a 1080p television. And then here y'all go talking about this game look like a 360 game. Well, I guess the fuck so. Shout out to King David with the realest quote ever.
That is some truth right there because I got the in the
YouTube to date. That was so real. Like, look, I mean, this is the thing. If you know what I'm saying, if you got look, that's the one thing that got me to QLED is when I seen at E3. I said, damn, this game looks dope. I gotta get a QLED.
Hold on. Didn't Digital Foundry said this is one of the best HDR games to date?
Yes, they did.
Oh, okay. No, but they don't want to quote them now.
Yeah, but
they're saying something that's opposite of what they're saying.
Right. But
I'm just bringing that up.
But no, overall, the game is not a 61. It's not a 59. The game is so addictive. It's so fun. Shout out to Sir. You hit it right on the dot. We said at the same time, Sir X Man. He said there. He said Crackdown is like crack. It's so addictive. Bruh, let's check this out. I had Anthem. I had Anthem that was ready to play. I had Jump Force ready to play. I had Metro ready to play, and I had Crackdown. And everybody knows I love fighters. And so Jump Force on Anthem was going to be the games that I was going to be on, right? Nope. Crackdown had me on it until I beat it. So yes, it has a story, and I love the story. For me, it's like this. When you play that game, the music is dope. Like when it changed up, and when you was playing the one boss that had all the chemicals at the chemical plant, that trip hop music came in. Boy, don't you know I turned my TV up and was grooving while I was trying to kill this motherfucker?
You jammed to that shit at that point.
That shit was bump, bump. I said, what? Oh shit! Music is tough in that game. The bosses are fun as shit, except for the military dude. The military.
The head enforcer, man. Fuck that man.
That dude killed me like 8 times, and I was playing it on hardcore, so there was no games being played, man. But he gave no fucks. He had all types of enemies, and he had weapons all over his mech. But it also had a style and a charisma to itself. It didn't take itself seriously, but it was serious enough to where you felt engaged into the game. The story was fun. It wasn't. It's not in depth. It's not chocolate. It's a goddamn. It's a goddamn. Fast and the Furious. So again, if somebody, I'm not gonna have that. It's like something like Livewire said. If you're going to come in here and tell somebody, look, I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan, but you trust that person's review on Kobe steak or Kobe beef. Or a T-bone, then you the fool. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How are you gonna listen to a vegan if you don't like meat, bruh? That's just don't make any sense. And that's exactly what we're talking about. They want every game to be a strong story narrative, and it just doesn't make any sense because
they don't want gameplay. That's what they don't want to be challenged.
Yeah, and they don't talk about the gameplay. Gameplay is solid.
Can't make it.
Yeah.
Let me ask Bone. Bone. Bone, you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay. When I be playing Crackdown, I be jamming, right?
Yeah.
What happened when I play Metro?
Oh, he go to sleep. It's a slumber. Ain't no Gibson, but he hear that ultimate that music at the screen. He goes to sleep. Lollybye. He played Crackdown the other night. He stayed up past his bedtime. I did too, but
no, it's the
but he was enjoying himself.
But
not saying Metro's a bad game. It starts off kind of slow, but he got on Crackdown. And for me, I don't go through games like that. Like me running through a game in 3 days, I don't usually do that.
No, I don't either.
I do that for like Shadow the Tomb Raider or something. You got to get my attention, and that game got my attention. I don't usually try to 100 everything. I was trying to 100 that game. I try to find all the guns.
Yeah, you know what it is? You know what it reminds me of? And I said this on Twitter before. It's like candy or dessert, right? We've been playing the games like the Red Deads and the Odysseys. Those are like, 4-course meals. You got everything in it. But sometimes you just want to play something that's fun. Like we don't have. What's the last time we had a game that we played other than Crackdown that was just fun?
Forza Horizon 4. The Horizon.
No, that's still competitive. We talking about just doing crazy shit. The only thing I could think of is Grand Theft Auto for those people who play that. Because after you beat the story, you just doing crazy shit all the time.
Yeah, and you know what the crazy thing is
about that.
But Lemon, that's exactly what most people do when they play Grand Theft Auto. They don't even play the story. They just run around online blowing shit up, just shooting people at random. And and then the same people that have the poor reviews or would review something like that whole online thing poorly are the same people that don't like it. They just don't. They don't like it. They don't understand it. They understand the story portion because everything is like, guided. Like you have to determine your own fun. Like one thing I do notice is if the gameplay isn't made that you have to do different things, you'll watch motherfuckers run around with assault rifles and maybe a rocket launcher the whole fucking and not even jump around. I'm like, yo, what? I look at some of these people's gameplay. I'm like, why the fuck are you playing Crackdown like this? Like you're on the ground just running in cover. Like jump the fuck around. Like in the intro, it tells you the more shit you blow up, the more powerful you get, and that's how you get your health up. So you keep on dying because you're trying to. It's not a cover-based shooter. What are you doing?
Right. No, that's the one thing about it. Big shout out to Sir X, man. He sat there and he hit us up again and said, Battle Royale don't have strong narrative or story, but obviously they're okay. So what's the difference? I'm not understanding this gaming generation. Sir X, man, I'm not either. You know what I'm saying? You're older than me. We're vets. I mean, Lemon, he's in that realm with me. I mean, pretty much everybody except for Operations and maybe Chuck. Or, you know what I'm saying, and if Little Bot was here, Knuckles, aka Knuckles, was here, or aka Twitter Fingers, whichever one you want to call him, it doesn't matter. He gonna hit me with some kind of anime gothic,
or
witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. That's all right. Well, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying? As an older gamer, that's the one thing I was like, fun is more important to me than anything. One thing I can't stand, like the people in the chat here. I mean, there's people in the chat. I think it was King 405. I think it was King 05. No, let me go up because it was somebody else. Maybe it was King 405. I can't remember. But somebody coming in with that same shit, right? Oh no, it was Mosaf or whatever, right? This is what he said, right? This is what these fanboys love to say, love to talk about. You were trying to downplay God of War, and you love this crack. Listen, bruh, I gave my opinions about God of War, but you know what I did? That what some of y'all ain't doing? I played God of War. I beat God of War. And then I made a video and said I have to eat crow. The game is great. Now, is it a goddamn 10? No. Anytime you ride on that goddamn boat, it's boring. I don't want to
really
hear
silly, in my opinion.
Mjolnir talking to me all day about a damn story. And I don't want to hear corny ass Kratos jokes. I want to fight. The combat system was excellent. I hated the bumpers, but the combat system when you got to learn, when you got to figure it out was excellent. The story was solid. It's not better than Detroit. Detroit has got the best story of this of 2018 in my opinion. Facts. That's just me, right? That's my facts. Not everybody's facts, but my facts, right? But God of War story was solid. I liked the side missions more than I did the storyline because I thought the intriguing point to God of War was the dragon, was the elf king that got turned into a dragon. And I said, look, I gotta find all these dragons so I can save this elf king. And then I did. I was like, okay, I felt whole. And then another thing was the side missions of going and killing the Valkyries. I thought that was because it was very challenging, it was hard, because I was playing not on easy, not on normal, but the highest level that was available before you beat the game. That's just what I do. And no, I should have streamed it. My boy 6996, he wanted me to keep streaming the whole thing, but I was kind of like, people were going to get bored of how I play games. I go under every rock and cranny of every game that I play. Like Odyssey, like I'm like 68, 69% of everything in the map completed. And I'm a level 41. I could beat that game right now because you only have to be a level 35 in Odyssey. But I want to be a level 50 so I can kill that boss and kill all the rest of the Cult of the Cosmos. I play these games because I don't want to speed run them. I want to take my time and marinate with them and know what the innards inside the game is and what the developers wanted me to experience. So yeah, when God of War is still God of War 3 and 2 is better to me story wise than this God of War, but this God of War was excellent. It's the best PlayStation exclusive. I made a video saying it. I'll eat crow. It's great. But you guys that's over here talking about Crackdown and you ain't did nothing but listen to somebody that don't like the game because they a fanboy.
I bet you.
You're the issue to it. You're the problem.
I like the game on the stick, but still give it a
I bet you the Crackdown fans ain't upset.
Yeah.
You probably, because I'm a Crackdown fan.
Yeah.
And Mega would tell you, I jumped in a multiplayer and started tearing people ass up immediately. There was no adjustments because it plays like Crackdown. And
you know what? And Gideon, this is where the difference is between gamers. Look at Don. This is Don. This is what Don's gameplay was to me. This goddamn dancing frog. Why are you giving me the dancing frog, Don? I forgot about this. I should have erased it out of here.
Funny to this day.
Anyway, he still does this goddamn dancing frog. Anyway, but my boy Gideon says he thinks Spider-Man is better than is better than God of War. Now look, I'm not gonna knock you. I'm not gonna knock you for that because you know why I think so? Because Spider-Man is more action packed. It's not as slow in places. But then I seen a YouTuber the other day. He comes to say he comes out and he says, I got to jump back on Crackdown because Spider-Man was so boring because I got to play as Peter Parker and I don't want to do this shit. I just want to jump in and have fun. So
I hate those sections.
What's his name? Soldier Knows Best. That was the dude's name. So yeah, he tweeted that out the other day. So look, everybody has their own feel to it. And let me shout out to Ronan Star 58. He says Xbox needs to make better exclusive games. That is to the eye of the beholder, bruh. Look, when you want to say big budget titles like Horizon Zero Dawn. Or games that for what PlayStation's made for the last 2 years compared to what Xbox made for the last 2 years, I got you. You're right. Xbox needs to step that game up on that aspect because look, I love my Sea of Thieves. I love my Sea of Thieves. I love this Crackdown. You know what I'm saying? I do like State of Decay 2. But when you want to compare them to the games that PlayStation brought out for these last 2 years, there's really no comparison. These games are a lot more bigger and better in stature. That's the truth. But,
so he wants higher production value.
Yeah, but why we got to compare those games? You see why? Well, let's go compare
That's
Nintendo
what
games.
PlayStation fans do, or just some people.
Yeah, but they don't. I don't see nobody comparing. They ain't comparing Horizon Zero Dawn to Mario Odyssey.
No, they're not. They're not.
I like Zelda. I got Zelda on the Switch.
Zelda's a monster, from what I hear. I can't wait.
You know what I'm saying?
Switch to play.
But I don't. You see me comparing them games. Thing about it is when you get another console, some consoles have it. Like I said, I get on Mario because him and Peach ain't got married in up 10 years. Bowser done got kids.
But you can't. That's why I say that. They can't say Microsoft.
But I don't compare Mario to Halo, to Gears.
They don't need. They just can't say, oh, they need to make better exclusives, because who's playing God of War now? I bet you people still playing Gears of War. I bet you people still playing Forzas. I bet you still people playing Halos because it has a multiplayer. And they make billions of dollars off of those franchises. They need to add to those franchises. Right. Add different variety. But let's not act like they don't have the biggest franchises on the planet, money-making wise. Period. There is no game Sony got making more money than Halo. Nothing. So don't say that. Don't sit here and say like they have nothing, because nobody's playing God of War right now, unless you just bought the system and got the game.
Well, Chris Hart says he's playing God of War right now. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't know why you don't got Anthem or Jump Force or Metro or Kingdom Hearts 3 or
nothing left to do in the game once you
Resident Evil 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, look, that's fine. That's fine.
I mean, there's some people that, I mean, we can't discount that. There are some people that will play a game like 100 times. They'd be like, damn, you don't play nothing else? They'd be like, nah, I'm playing God of War.
The movie 5 times. Okay, and I bought the Blu-ray. Okay, but
so there's people that'll do that. Most people won't, but I'm just saying there are people that'll go out there.
Some people, but we talking about the majority.
Well, yeah, the majority won't.
But top 10 last month, not first party.
Yeah, but Lemon, I'm just addressing the single guy, because a lot of times people make those statements. Well, I'm still playing such and such, but I'm like, that's you. Like, not everybody. Most people play and beat the game one time if they beat it.
Right.
If they beat it.
And if you have if you got a catalog like most of us got, we ain't going back. We got too much stuff to play.
Oh yeah. If I'm going back, is because the game got DLC, like Tomb Raider. If it ain't that, then likely I'm not going back.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's pretty much like me. I mean, I think most gamers, they play these games and then they don't go back. Some gamers, not most gamers, but there's a lot of gamers out there that are achievement hunters or trophy hunters, and they want to get those trophies and then they want to move on. There's other gamers out there that likes to go back and play. Like, I mean, I don't know. Let's go ahead and I want to ask the panel. Triple Cup, Chuck, what is the game that you like to go back and play over and over and over again? That's a single player game.
Oh shit, single player shit. Man, hey, I got to move my all back and forth and everything. Single player. Yeah.
I know I threw you off on that one, didn't I?
Yeah. Do it have to be like? It could be like one of them couch co-op single player things, or you got
single player. Single player.
Stop.
It has to be Dragon Age Inquisitions, because the man feel like I'm never gonna be able to beat that game.
Okay.
It gotta be something like that.
All right, 100. What's a single player game that you can go back and play over and over again?
I've been playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider right now over again.
But they've been having a lot of content. But okay, I got you.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, Shadow.
Started over.
Oh, the second one.
Yeah,
the second
started over.
No, the last one.
No, the Rise of the Tomb Raider. The Rise of whatever.
Yeah, no, Shadow.
The second one or the third one? With the last
the third one.
Okay.
Yeah, the third one. I'm on the third playthrough with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna go back and play it again after, because my thing is I'm beating all the DLC and then I'll go back and play it, because some of the DLC happens before the end of the game. So I'm gonna go back and play it, with all the DLC already added, so it like has the one fluid story and whatnot. But yeah.
All right, what about you, Operations? What's a single player game that you could go back and play over and over again?
For me, either Gears 4 or BioShock, the first one. I could play over and over again.
Okay. All right. Lemon, what's your single player game you can go back and play over and over again?
Shit, I don't really play single player. I really don't. I'll be multiplayer too much. That's my damn problem.
Okay. People in the chat, let me know what is that single player game that you just cannot stop going back and play. But I guarantee you, it's not every single player game that's out and that's available. People play multiplayer games. Yeah, that's just where it's at. Like single player, when they say one and done, I know PlayStation fans get pissed off hearing that, but it's like for the most part, 95. Well, I won't go to high. I'll be generous and say 70% of gamers don't go back. They beat it and they're done. I'm trying to think. For me, I killed what's his name, Mass Effect. But I'm trying to think of a game this generation. It probably would have to be The Witcher, because I'm going to go back and play The Witcher again. But like I put in
so long.
But I know I put in 380 hours in it. I'm not going to put another 380 hours into it again. That's ridiculous. And maybe Halo 5 single player story, because I beat it like 4 times. I went through it. I went through it co-op with friends just to go through it, and then I went through it and played it one more time because everybody was shitting on the story so much. So I was like, man, let me go back and just really pay attention to it. And then after playing, and then I went back and I played 4 again. So I beat 4 twice, but but that's only twice. But I would have to say for this generation, it had to be The Witcher. But I mean, as much as I love Quantum Break, I went through it. I don't see a reason to going back. I mean, it just for me, multiplayer games give me so much more than it just gives me so much more. But regardless, I don't know. I just feel that reviews these days, once Adam Sessler left, it died, because it's nowhere near the same as what it used to be. It's agenda based. I'm not going to say biased or anything like that. I just feel that it's kind of like the
they lost their passion. It's a business. It's more so.
Yeah, people don't have passion for it anymore. They treat it as a job. When people came after me about Persona 5, I was not disrespecting Persona 5. I was disrespecting the reviewers for what they were saying. If you go back into that video and listen to what I posted in the very beginning of the video, where the reviewers were saying, "Oh, well, you know what? I'm not an RPG guy. I'm not an RPG guy, but I had to review this. I had to review this Final Fantasy game, and so I had to review it, and then I had to review it, and so I just gave it a 7 because everybody else was giving it a 7." He said that. And the point was like, look, you can't trust people that's saying that this is the greatest RPG of all time, because they don't know if it's the greatest JRPG of all time if they don't play the goddamn game. That's all I was saying. So anyway, let's go.
Hold on. What the hell's going on with Don's gameplay?
Don always do crazy ass gameplay, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking at the screen like, what is
Don?
Wait, what is this OG GTA?
No, this is Forza, but this is Forza
I know,
3.
but
Don, this is how Don wins gameplay on bot shit. He'll just do wild shit like this, and people just vote for him. Like crap will get behind him and say, "Vote for Don," and then people will just vote for that shit. Like I'm like, Don. So this is gonna be fun, because when Don gives gameplay for bot, then he's gonna give me some gameplay. And so watch this crazy shit. Like wait till y'all see Mud Truckers. Y'all, that shit's gonna blow me the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You know this old Xbot was giving me goddamn gameplay. Wow. Okay, this is crazy. This is great. Anyway, so let me go on to the next topic, man. That shit, I knew that was gonna take a while. Oh man. Ooh, my old lady said she going to bring back some fried chicken. God dang. Thank you, baby.
Remember, everybody listening, man, these people review your reviews. It's all an opinion based.
Oh, shit.
Opinion based. All it is,
let
man.
you be country. Let my boy Lemon be country.
The more of a story, form your own opinion.
Yeah, that's what. I don't care what kind of game it is that you like, man. Don't let nobody take your fun away, and don't let nobody give you an opinion. Don't let nobody give you an opinion.
Yeah. And also, okay, my boy Gideon said Titanfall 2 is better than Titanfall 1. hell no, the crowd replied. Now for other things, for like
overall it was better.
Overall, it was better.
Not the multiplayer.
No,
well, you know what? I would say this: the multiplayer wasn't of the taste that a lot of people who like the original Titanfall preferred. It wasn't bad. It just felt more like Call of Duty. So people that like Call of Duty just said, "Fuck it, I'll play Call of Duty." And then the people who didn't like Call of Duty just said, "Fuck it, I'll just play something else."
All right, cool. You're right. But I mean, look, I liked both of them. The story in Titanfall 2 was great.
It was dope.
It was really good. It was really good. It was kind of slow at first, but then when it got middle end, it was so good. But but Titanfall 1, so what? It didn't have a goddamn campaign. Does everything got to have a campaign? If you Gideon, if you played Overwatch, if you played Apex Legends, let me explain this. Okay, let me make this point to you right here, Gideon. Okay, we don't know. It's still rumored that Titanfall 3 could still come, but there's also rumors that Titanfall is dead, and that's why they made Apex Legends. They're like, go another direction, because they're working on a Star Wars game themselves. So if they don't bring Titanfall 3, and you're talking about there's no campaign for 1, and 1 sold over 13 million copies? That's crazy. Between the Xbox 360 and the PC, and PC was the least.
It had a story, but it wasn't a conventional story.
No. Titanfall 1 was great, man. It was great. Yeah. It didn't have a story, but damn, not everything.
No, it did have a story, but
it had a story, but it taught you how to play the game.
Yeah, it taught you how to play the game. No, it didn't have a story. I didn't look at it as a story. I just looked at it as just, look, I'm just playing this online game, and it's fun as shit. But anyway, let's move on. All right, Reggie, and everybody loves Reggie, right?
Nope.
Come on, man. You're so disrespectful, 100. Damn, you're so disrespectful. Anyway, Reggie's retiring from Nintendo. I want to hear your thoughts about that. And also, because, we could be kind of brief about this because to get to the big one for the night. But Reggie is retiring from Nintendo, and I want to hear your thoughts about that. And also, do you guys think that the Scalebound rumor is true? Now, I'm going to go to you. Let's go to you, Livewire, and just and let me think. Okay, so now we heard, what was it? Was it Tuesday? About this whole Scalebound situation, and then just the other day we hear about Reggie leaving Nintendo while Nintendo was in a good position right now, which is kind of odd. But what do you want to say about Reggie, and what do you think that he's done for Nintendo, and what do you think about the whole Scalebound situation?
I guess he's been good for Nintendo. I mean, look, they got the Switch. They're doing well. He's leaving on a high note. I don't know if he's retiring for good or he's just moving on, whatever the case is. But, more power to him. And, that's what's up. For Scalebound, I don't see it, man. I don't. I don't see it because it's not even a game that even came out. It's a game that I don't even know why shit is just... It doesn't even make any sense. They might as well just call it something else if that's the case. But I don't see the point. Scalebound ran rough on the Xbox, so how the hell would it run on a Switch? That's one thing. And then even if they could get it to run on the Switch, likely it's not going to run nowhere near what it's supposed to run. So it's just like, it doesn't make sense to do. It's just like, do something else. Maybe they just want the name. I don't know. But it's not going to be Scalebound. I'll just tell you that it's not. If Xbox comes out with a game, with a plumber, that shit ain't Mario. It'll just be some bullshit ass game. It's not going to be Mario.
This whole thing is bullshit. Because if you remember, the story came out, I think, sometime last year. Capcom confirms that Monster Hunter World, the latest one, will not happen on the Switch. So how on God's green earth they're going to get Scalebound on the Switch as well? Monster Hunter was not even on a Scalebound was supposed to be. And that's really dynamic. So if they don't get the Monster Hunter World on Switch, how can Scalebound get on there as well? Like, come on, it doesn't add up. It technically makes no sense. The game is really too much for the Switch to handle. So that's why I really didn't put too much thought into this room. It's really just bullshit at a point. People trying to just throw something out there, get people riled up. is really just stupid.
I think the story just came out because Crackdown came out.
Yeah,
it was getting bad reviews, and people just like, you know what? Let's just pile on because for whatever reason, if you type in Crackdown, Scalebound pops up on the internet. I don't know why them fucking shits are connected, but they are. So it does, to me, I just think it was fanboy induced rumors. It's all a bunch of nothing.
Well, and then also, yeah, my boy ABA Cab 72, and I don't know if I said that right because every time I say his name, he always clowns me. But the fact of it, you're right. The guy that left, I can't, I wish Knuckles, our Gothic Wizard, was here. He would pronounce these Japanese names to the utmost excellence. But I'm not going to do that. So let me be country and just say the guy from the guy that was that left Platinum. He said himself pretty much that he didn't hear anything about it, he didn't see anything about it, and pretty much it just wouldn't make any sense for them to do it. So so my boy ABA Cab 72 is right. It was kind of pretty much debunked, and we haven't heard anything else from it other than another story that we'll talk about after this one that's getting a lot of traction everywhere. But it kind of, once it got started, it was hot for that day, and then it just died. So, operations, you want to continue, or you were done?
Oh yeah, basically, if we can't get Monster Hunter World on a Switch, there's no way in hell Scalebound's gonna work on a Switch as well. The game's just too much for it. I'm surprised they even got Doom to work on it. But of course, they had to downgrade it, of course, just so they can run at 30 FPS. But yeah, this is just a rumor to get people riled up, bring more hate against Xbox, stupid shit like that we've seen throughout this generation as well. So yeah, I really give no thought to this. It's not going to happen. It was dumb from the start. People even put any weight on it, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I said all hell was going to break loose if this was true, and I meant that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would have
been hot. I would have been hot under the collar, Jack. That would have been something that would have really got me upset. But okay, what about you, Triple Cup Chuck? Did you hear about the rumor, and what do you think about Reggie leaving Nintendo, man? Do you think it's kind of early, or was it the right time?
I mean, it's the right time for Reggie. I ain't gonna lie, it's the right time for him. He did his thing, but for me, something about him, he always looked pissed off, mad. He looked like the uncle when he was a child.
Come on, Reggie always looked happy, man. What are you talking about?
Man, that's the happy look to you. Hey. He like the uncle that walk in the house and he'll just look at you and you playing the game and you're thinking like, I must have did something bad. He always gave me that feeling ever since I know him. But he's actually a cool person though. Did a lot of cool things. It's time for the next generation. And what I was thinking about with the next generation is people. I've been hearing a lot of people say this here. I ain't gonna go into too many detail. I might do one where I go into a good rant about it. But with they been talking about Nintendo, Xbox been running to Nintendo, talking about, trying to put their stuff on there and all this stuff there. So I don't know. It might be something to do with Reggie leaving and new blood, new ideas.
Okay.
And it's on the surface now.
Yep. You know what? And we'll talk about it because I'm feeling you on that one, Chuck. I'm feeling you on that one because I got something. Maybe when we get to the next topic, maybe me and you are going to be on the same wavelength. But all right, what about you, 108? What do you think about Reggie leaving and the whole Scalebound thing? Okay. What did you say? My bunions hurt. Oh, what now? My left toe hurt. Last week, I was walking and my left toe started hurting right from the back of my heel to the back to my top of my big toe, and so now I got to go to the bathroom and take a shit.
You're stupid.
108, are you good with that? Yeah, man, but let me take care of my toe problem. All right, okay.
No, I'm not. I'm here. Hold on.
Oh man, business right here. Dang.
I was gonna keep it going too.
Congratulations, Reggie. Enjoy retirement. I'm done.
What about the Scalebound thing?
Oh yeah, this is what I meant to say. Me and Bloody had this conversation yesterday, and I told him that Microsoft still owns the properties. That ain't happening. So you know how he always do. He Googled it. He said, "Oh, but they let this go. The certain rights go." I said, "But they own it." So then when he looked it up again, he said, "Oh yeah, you're right. That's not owned by Platinum Games. It's a Microsoft game. That's just what it is." So rumor dead.
Okay, cool.
Platinum could reuse that assets though to him.
Well, Xbox own it. I know that there was people that were saying it, but there, when I was looking at when I was looking at what they were posting, that was from like 2017. I mean, not 2017. Yeah, 2017. And then Jez, he posted something from he posted something in May of 2018 that was saying that Xbox rebought the trademark or the name or whatever. And so that's when I started getting on my speculatory thought process, was saying, I think that's right. I was speculating pretty much that Crackdown's coming back, and it's coming back with Xbox. But you know what? That's why I was saying, like, boy, all hell's gonna break loose if I find something different. But look, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about this next part, because I think maybe it's all connected, me personally. So, all right, what about you, Operations? Do you think this is what about Reggie and what's going on with Scalebound?
Well, I already gave my thoughts earlier about Scalebound, but as far as Reggie Fils, I mean, this is definitely a good time for Nintendo, and Switch is in a really good place right now. They're breaking their own records and whatnot. They're breaking strides. So, like, for him to retire when they're at their highest right now, of course, it's not going to be negative implications on the company. Like, people are going to wonder why he's leaving the company right now during, like, shit going wrong, something happening. No, like, everything's good right now. He's retiring, so everything's going as business. If he left during the Wii U era when shit hit the fan, then of course it'll be raising eyebrows at. I'll be a little worried then, because you were thinking, like, okay, if like the higher execs are leaving the company during this time of turmoil, then it's like it's spelling bad news for the company going forward. Then, because people they're even losing faith in their own company. They're trying to jump ship at that point. So I think then it'll be bad news. Now it's fine. Switch is doing good. Nintendo's doing good right now. He's done his work. He's done his job. He's like, all right, I've done everything I could. I'm done. I'm heading on to the next person. I'm getting out of here and enjoy the rest of my life. So yeah, that's why I first think of Rich Fils may retire right now.
Okay, all right. Did I hit live? Did I hit you up with this or?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But I think that 100. That's it. I knew that was 100. Did you want to touch on this, or you just don't care, man?
I don't care about. No, I just don't even care. Ain't waste my time.
All right, cool. That's why I was going to you. I knew that was all right. Let's get to the big one right here. All right. Well, let me say this. I think Reggie was good for Nintendo. Nintendo was in a really good spot right now. The Switch is doing great. There's guys out there. There's analysts that's saying that the Switch is going to overtake the Xbox One. They've won multiple MPDs. They've beaten the juggernaut PlayStation multiple times. Their attach rate is unstoppable. I mean, I think, what was it? Mario sold crazy. Zelda sold crazy. What is it? Smash Brothers sold 12 million in like what, 3 weeks? So yeah.
Until Smash, the top selling game was Mario Kart Deluxe.
Right, yeah. Like, I mean, Nintendo is in a really good spot right now. And so for Reggie leaving, for me, I found it kind of bizarre, because because you would think you would leave when you were in the Wii U era, not in the Switch era. But
it'd be worse then if he left during then.
Well, I mean, but it would make more sense that they would get new blood. Here, he's weathered the storm, and he's been there to be the spokesman for Nintendo, and now he's doing his thing. So, like, I'm looking at that as like, man, that's kind of weird. But like I said, this next point and the Scalebound thing, like I said, I would have been hot. I would have been hot. Like, all the outrage that people have about just certain things and everything else, I look at it as just being kind of crazy. But that to me would have been an ultimate slap in the face. Like, look, I get it. I get that, you turned it down, but you let Nintendo get it, and then it's not going to look anything like that. So it would have been crazy. So anyway, shout out to Sir X-Man. He says, nice dual stream, K-Mega to YouTube and Mixer. Yes. Once I get it off, you know what I'm saying? This is just the first thing. I just want to make sure everything works. I've heard a couple of people say that I sound a little low. Well, that's cool. I could try to fix that. but I wanted to make the panel sound right, and I just wanted to test the waters and see on how far that I could push this. So just wait. There's a lot more coming. I'm just getting started. I just wanted to make sure this thing was working, because there was so many times when I first started it, there was so many issues. But that was the whole reason why I fixed up my PC and everything, because I wanted to do this. So,
testing the water right now.
Yeah, I'm just testing the water. So, now that I see that everything, that light's been green, my CPU usage is only 2.5%, baby. That means that Ryzen chip is not hot. That damn it's not hot. It's not cooking no damn pizza. That AMD Ray fan is blazing cool. So we doing it, baby. We doing it. So I'm about to push this bitch to the limit once I get everything working. But let's get to the last topic so we can get out of here. And that is, of course, the biggest thing that's been happening all day. And that is Xbox Game Pass going to the Switch. And the question is, do you think that, and this is the question I'm going to ask everybody first before we get into the whole Game Pass Nintendo thing. Do you think that, and I'm going to start with you, Livewire, and I want to ask everybody in the chat this too, because I really want to hear your thoughts about this. Do you think that Xbox as a brand has diminished itself? Do you also think that Xbox as a brand has turned its back against their fan base because of this rumor? Because I actually think this rumor is true. But do you actually think that Xbox has diminished itself to the degree that where nobody will want to buy an Xbox, and that now Xbox is going to make itself service only? What do you think about that, Livewire?
Well, my whole thing is, like, we knew that they were bringing Game Pass to other devices,
right?
The cell phone being one of them. So for the fact that it's going to the Switch, that really doesn't surprise me, nor does it faze me. I mean, even if it went to the PlayStation, I really don't give a shit. Like, as long as I get to play on the Xbox, that's all I really care about.
Come on, Live. Let me say this now, that there will be people that will try to check your record, and they will say that you may have said something different. So is it, if Xbox do decide, which I'll give my points after everybody else does, but do you think that if Xbox put Game Pass on PlayStation, that you would still really actually be cool with that?
To me, I don't really care. To be honest, I mean, I stopped caring after I realized that, look, man, shit's about to change. Like, things that we grew up on is going to be very, very different. I mean, shit, we went from cartridges to discs to now we don't even do disc at all. It's all digital. And soon, it's going to change from that. So I've never been, like, especially when you're a gamer. I mean, most gamers know shit's cutting edge. You're seeing shit first before everybody else, except for when it came to the transition from physical to digital. That's the only thing that gamers didn't transition over as quickly than people that are fans of movies and music. Everything else, having the best TV to go with the games, we've always been the trendsetters on that. So I mean, my thing is, like, I got a Switch, so if I can play my Xbox games on my Switch, cool. It's a bigger screen than my phone, so that works for me. You know what I mean? Like, I have everything at this point. I don't really give a shit. Like, this whole it has to be I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think like some other guys do, like Xbox owes me first. Like, bro, just bring me the games. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about all that other bullshit cats talking about. Like,
yeah, over years, people develop a strong sense of entitlement towards a console.
I don't care about none of that shit. I just want the games, man. Just give me the games. Whether or not Halo, I get Halo next year or the year after, I'm cool with it. Just give me the games that I want. That's all I really care about. And when I'm waiting for those games, I'll be doing like every other gamer does. You play the multiplats until those first party games come out. Then you play those. And then once you're done with that, you go back to those multiplats. That's always been the cycle. That shit ain't never gonna change. Like, so my whole thing is like, I don't even worry about that bullshit motherfuckers be crying about. Like, that's their business.
Okay, cool. All right. Triple Cup Chuck, give me your thoughts on this. Do you feel like Xbox will be abandoning the brand or their fan base if they decide that they want to put Game Pass on every single thing, even other consoles?
All right, now look, check this out. I don't think so, but this is something I've been hearing a lot of, though.
I know you was just on Crossfire, and I know crap was going in. I just know he was. So keep going.
Yeah, but see, this is the
He
thing.
said that really sad. Yeah, go ahead.
Like,
Bro.
It was because he was really upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
But Xbox Game Pass,
Mm-hmm.
well, like people don't be talking about like it's going to the Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm saying, would that be a bad thing? They be looking at it from the wrong perspective. They looking at it like Xbox need Nintendo running into Nintendo, trying to do this, trying to do that. And you know what I'm saying? And Nintendo getting all the benefits. And that's what everybody keep looking at. But people ain't trying to see is actually Nintendo probably going to Xbox, because the future is this infrastructure that Microsoft building. Nintendo way behind on this here. They know they behind on this here, so they have to adapt. If they don't adapt, they gonna do like what Blockbuster did. I mean, places don't stay around if it don't adapt. And everybody know GameStop gonna be obsolete in the near future because it's not adapting. And if you can see it dying off. So that's what Nintendo probably doing. So Microsoft said, hey, let us put our Game Pass on y'all Nintendo. And you know what I'm saying, we let y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all working out deals. And it ain't gonna be no one or two things, but they trying to work out some like with multiple deals with Nintendo. And then you got, you know what I'm saying, the phones and stuff like that. That's a given. You know, Microsoft, they're gonna put it on the PC under Windows because you know that's their main thing right there, Windows. So they going to go in that direction. They're gonna try to tap into all these different resources. The only thing I've been hearing a lot of people talking don't want to see is people on phones and stuff like that playing against people with like Xboxes and people with keyboard and mouse and stuff like that, and it's not going to be balanced. You know, they got their issues, but that's what they get paid the big bucks for. Straighten that shit out. They should be able to figure that shit out before 2020. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll be looking at people like, man, y'all got to really think about it. It can go both ways with this here. It don't just help out Xbox going to Nintendo. It help out both systems. Like Nintendo going to do some stuff with Xbox.
Okay. All right, cool. What about you, Operations? What is your thoughts on this? I mean, is Xbox abandoning you? Are they really going out there and making, you know what I'm saying, showing you that the Xbox console itself is irrelevant?
Well, for me, like, are they like abandoning their fan base? No, unless you feel abandoned by them not keeping their games on box that you chose to buy. If you feel abandoned because of that's on you. But is a brand diminishing because of this? No, it's not. If anything, it's bolstering it because you're expanding its boundaries. You're not limited to its hardware. You're putting it everywhere you can. But me personally, as far as argument saying it's pointless to get an Xbox at this point, if you want to make the argument of getting all exclusives in one place, that's fine. But here's the thing about it: you have to deal with that inferior hardware. Because correct me if I'm wrong, Microsoft said they will never lose the power again. I believe they did say that.
Yep.
So there's no prayer that Sony or Nintendo has to beat them in the power department. So there's that you're gonna lose out on. On top of that, you have to deal with Sony and Nintendo's online infrastructure, their policies. Because I don't even think they have refunded. I don't think Sony or Nintendo has a refund policy. I think Xbox trying to get that right now, but I'm not entirely sure. But on top of that, even your security for your bank account as well. Because with Sony, they've been notorious for people losing their money or like stealing from, well, quote unquote, stealing from it in certain instances. So that's something to deal with as well. So if you really want to leave Xbox because they're putting games somewhere else, I'm gonna say there's probably more cons than pros going on a different platform at this point, unless you, outside of realm exclusivity of other games. That's pretty much their biggest argument at this point. But really, people are going crazy over this, getting mad. I don't understand why you want to be limited to one box, one platform. It's all about choice. And Microsoft said numerous times you'll keep creating consoles for a future to come as well. So that's not going away anyway. They're going to give you the most powerful console. They have the best services on their console as well. Because all of them are going to carry over to other platforms as well. So you're really trying to change back on all of that because you're mad because their games are not only on their box. It's like this line of logic is really ridiculous. I don't understand it as well. Okay. So people are just mad.
No, keep going. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you was done, but keep going. I mean, keep going.
But yeah, it's just I can't follow this line of thinking. Like for some people, I understand people are mad at Play Anywhere initiative because Phil did say that we'll get PC exclusives on Xbox. I'm not sure if that's happening yet. I don't think so. I can't remember anything off the top of my head All I can remember is like Deep Rock Galactic. That's in game preview right now, so I don't really count that towards like a PC exclusive that we got. And we're not really sure if Age of Empires is coming to Xbox as well. If so, probably only for keyboard and mouse, because that is a feature they're going to enable in the future.
Yeah, Operations. Remember when Netflix was like on? I think it was only on PC.
Yep.
And it was on 360 for the longest, and then it eventually came over to PlayStation. I mean, like, if people were like thinking that Netflix was only going to be on Xbox, it was like, oh, y'all ain't got this, blah blah blah, and then it finally gets it, and now it's the end of the world for them. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it doesn't work about that.
Like, Netflix was just going to stay on Xbox and be like, no, we don't want everybody. We don't want the cell phone.
People trying to make the argument that if Netflix put their shows on different services, that'll hurt Netflix as well. You do realize those shows are produced by Netflix or producers that they own. So if they put it on a different streaming service, they get cut of that money from being on a streaming service as well. So that's even more revenue coming into it as well.
I mean,
so,
you could literally buy their shows that are on their streaming service if you want to, for whatever reason.
So really, people are mad at this. They're really trying to hold on to that H&S mentality they have. Back then, you only buy a certain game on one console. This is not the 90s or 80s or early 2000s anymore. We're in the midst of 2000s right now. Technology is advancing faster than it has to be forever. We cannot hold on to these old ass mentalities we have in the past because technology is evolving too fast. Like, people even think we'd be streaming games at this point. Looking at, we have Google Stream. I forgot what it's called. That's coming out. We have there's another one. I forgot what it's called. It was like Dark Horse Arcade, something like that. Like, we're able to stream games at a good fidelity right now, and people really think we'll try these consoles publishers going to limit their games to a single console. Like, no, they're trying to get ahead. No, they're trying to stay on that curve to keep moving forward, so they don't get left behind. This is how technology advances. This is the way of the industry. This is the natural course of it. If you're mad about it, you gotta find a different hobby. You gotta find a different medium to enjoy yourself, because this is not for you. If you want to stay in that old ass shit, it's not for you.
All right. What about you, 100? I mean, you think that Xbox is forsaking us if they go ahead and they start putting games on the Switch, and like, I mean, there's even people have taken it as far as saying that we were going to be seeing Gears and Halo on the Switch.
It ain't no way in blue hell you're gonna see some Gears and Halo. It's too violent.
Through the xCloud, it's a possibility.
No, you're gonna get the little titles, Ori. You know what I'm saying? Super Lucky's Tales. And then when they do that, Master Chief gonna be in Smash Brothers. People don't understand. Microsoft already had a good relationship with Nintendo. Like I said, they allowed you to get on Xbox Live on Minecraft on the Switch. You can log on your Xbox account and get all the achievements and stuff you want. People don't understand that. Not every game's gonna be on there. So you can't just assume that they just want to sit there. This is about money at the end of the day. Money talks. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go bankrupt, go bankrupt. But you won't see no Halo, no Gears. That's exclusive to the console. And people, and I'm gonna put this way: the world, yeah, you can stream movies, but you're not streaming no 100, 200 gig game. Not our infrastructure in this country. So I think they might use show how to use some part of the cloud to do certain games, but it'll be an option if it even happens. It'll just be a little option if they don't force it down your throat or none of that. If you put Game Pass on, I don't expect to play Halo or Gears on my phone. Care how big the phone, even though that new Samsung phone looks good when you fold it, I still don't want to play no Gears on it, no Halo. But people got. I just don't know. Sometimes I sit back and just laugh, and I'd be like, "Wow, the world is crazy."
I'm listening to Gideon, and this is something that I think we need to resolve this right now. And then you can go ahead and you can elaborate on this 100 since you're still talking. But I just got to say this: Gideon has been really, really strong on this, and he's a good dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just me and him just don't see eye to eye on certain things. But he says Gears is an exclusive to console. He is so on the belief that because Xbox has games on the PC, that Xbox has no exclusives. So what do you say about that, 100?
Okay. You don't need a degree from Harvard, Columbia, and none of these Ivy League schools. They say Xbox don't have exclusives. A PC is not a console. It's an open environment. It's a personal computer. Xbox is a closed environment. You hit one button. You cannot do that. I mean, you just built a new computer. How many drivers and stuff do you have to go do? Do you do that when you go spend $500 on the Xbox? No. So quit saying their games coming to PC. That's their environment. You need Windows 10 that's owned by Microsoft to play the games. To even download Steam, you need what? Windows. So Microsoft is looking at the ecosystems like, hey, I used to be a big part in this game, and this is what we lost in. Microsoft was with the simulators and stuff like that. They were big boys in the PC realm back in the day, before they really went all in on console. So just because you put your game on something that people go buy and they got to spend their hard-earned money on it, and that it amazed me. Console, we got to, like, I forgot, Live or somebody said this the other night. I think sometimes PC don't got nowhere to stay. They don't know where they at. They ain't got no home. At least we got us a home. We know where our mansion at. But it don't make no sense comparing the two. We cannot. Can you do a spreadsheet on your Xbox? No. Just because I can watch Netflix on both, yeah. Just because I can do similar things on both, there's nothing wrong with that. You're giving you options. That's all it is. Microsoft is giving you options to broaden the field, change the game, be innovative. Some of you guys don't understand that word because you've been in Sony. Y'all been in Sony camp so long, y'all don't even know what innovative means. They don't mind. They have the money. They have the financial backing to go do something and lose, just like Google. I love Google, but how many Google things have failed?
Okay. Chris Hart just contradicted himself. He thought he was being cute with it, but this is where he said PC knows where their home is. It's called Microsoft. And who Microsoft owns?
God.
And who Microsoft owns?
Yo, mute his mic.
No. Who owns Who owns Xbox? Who owns Xbox?
Oh my God.
Please, somebody help me. Who owns Xbox?
Microsoft.
Oh shit. And oh shit, Lord have mercy. It's Friday night, bruh. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to the gaming.
God.
But come on, Chris. You come out here and you be bringing out your PlayStation initiative, and I have no problem with it. But you come in here and you don't have your shit together, we going to light your ass up like 4th of July, brother. Don't you ever come with that shit again. He said PC knows where their home is. It's called Microsoft. And goddamn it, who owns Xbox? Microsoft.
And did I just say that?
Yes. Yes.
I just said it.
Bruh, don't do that, Chris. Don't do that shit to yourself, bruh. Christopher. I'm going to sound like your pops today. Christopher, don't you come in this house
Embarrassing us.
Go ahead, Juan.
Yeah, I'm done, man.
All right. Okay. 108. I know you've been clamoring at the bit. Let me know what you feel about this whole situation about Xbox going to the Switch, Xbox Game Pass going to the Switch, and the fact that Xbox gamers, they might be left behind. There's some people thinking that we're getting left behind because Xbox is caring more about financial gain than they are about their own brand.
Okay. If they brought Game Pass to Switch, I wouldn't care. They don't even got the same demographic of gamers we got. That's number one. And if they end up on PlayStation or something like that, I would be pissed off because then Sony wouldn't have to work. They wouldn't have to keep that good competition and rivalry going. They gotta have somewhere. They gotta be separate. I don't care. They talking about making money. They want games on all these devices. Nintendo is not in the same category as PlayStation and Xbox. I don't care what nobody say. They got their own demographic. They more portable than anything else. That's why that Switch is popular.
Okay, 108. Hold on. Let me, because Gideon is trying to defend him. Hey, my man Chris is over here. He's over shucking and jiving, boy. He said, I didn't mean, wait, No, what I meant. Hey. Our rookie of the year light his ass up. Get him. Send him to purgatory. He said too late, Chris. Chris is my man. But my man Gideon,
once you said it, that's it.
Yeah, that's it, bro. It's caught for everybody to see. But my man Gideon White, he is firm. Yeah, I gotta give my man Gideon. He is firm about his shit. He stays firm. I like that. That's like me. I stay firm about my shit, right? So he says, if I do an interview on Channel 7 and then it airs on Channel 10, is it exclusive to either? Nope. Oh my God. I want this for myself, but 108, please. Answer that. I would love. Boy,
get him, King Mega. I'll let you go.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, bro. Let me do this for you. Bro. You made me salivate. Hold on. You gonna make me do it? Hold on. Let me take a little bit of this. Let me taste a little bit of this Ciroc raspberry before I get started. Oh Lord Jesus.
You better kill all the hype.
Oh,
you better kill it.
All right. Hold on. Let me go ahead and let me sip on that. Okay, bro. All right. Here in Oklahoma, we have two local stations, News Channel 9, WKTY, and then we have KOFR Channel 4. Now, those are two of the main stations. We also have 5, and then we have OETA, Channel 13, whatever, right? So then, late at night, there are channels 53, and then there's also another channel. I can't think of that other channel's number. But Channel 53 shows Channel 9's news and weather and sports for the whole remainder of the night once it gets past a certain time. Now that channel shuts down and doesn't show anything else except for what that channel's doing. And you know why they do that? Is because they got paid by the bigger channel to show their shit. Both channels, News Channel 4 and KOFR, they do it, and they do it at a certain time every night. You goddamn right I'm feeling myself. Because right there, that shows you, when people watch that other channel, they're not watching another channel like, oh my God, this is the channel where I see Gomer Pyle. No, they say, oh, I missed the news tonight, and I need to watch the news. That's exactly the same thing that you're trying to make. And it's even worse because Microsoft owns Windows. They own it. It's theirs. Look, everybody talks about market share. They want to talk about PlayStation's market share. It's 50-some% compared to everybody else's percent in the console space. But why is it that you guys don't talk about the market share when it comes to to Microsoft and what they do with PC? They own 96%. It may have dropped to maybe 94.
But it's at 90. It's like at 96 and some change now.
It's like it drops maybe to 94, but it goes back up. They own in the 90s, the 90s% of PC
in the world.
Not on fucking gaming, but the world. And so when you look at that and then you analyze that, and then you see, okay, well, this was something that was told to me when I was on Weapon Wheel, right? They tried to, because when I said the whole Steam is an app thing, and then Bond was trying to turn that into whatever the fuck he said, whatever, some corny shit, right? Let's be realistic, right? Okay, so as my boy Z would say, let's cut the fat out of the goddamn meat. Let's cut that shit out. Let's cut it out, and be realistic. When Steam had their operation system, when they were trying to go out and they was about to say, oh shit, we don't want Microsoft to take our shit. We don't want Microsoft to run or dictate any goddamn thing. What happened? When they tried to do the Steam machines, what happened? Please, can somebody help me? Finito, Kitons, shit's gone.
You don't hear shit about
there. Nothing. Got a goddamn thing. Nothing. Finito, Kitons. Done.
Hey, Mega.
What?
Man, God, I know you over there. You serving them. You just giving them a great sermon. You know what I'm saying? You know the deacon want to come in. Don't you got PlayStation PlayStation Now or that shit, if it still exists? Don't you got that shit on PC? Do you see the Xbox guys saying you guys have no more exclusives? You can get PlayStation Now on PC.
I know you can, but
you don't see us running and saying.
We're not going there. We're not going right now. Let me just stay on topic right now, because that's the thing where we make the mistake. I'm gonna stay on topic for my brothers right here, right? Okay, for my man Gideon. Again, when you look at the demographic and where Steam application is, it's on what operating system? Yeah,
Windows.
Windows. And who owns Windows, ladies and gentlemen?
Microsoft.
And who?
Microsoft.
And who owns Xbox? Who owns Xbox? Who owns Xbox? Please, who owns Xbox?
Microsoft.
God damn it! How is it that Xbox is losing money, or Xbox is losing any goddamn thing, when their parent company is killing? That is no different than when I made a video explaining when Nestle goddamn, the company that owns Nestle, sit there and have toilet paper. When you wipe your ass off a certain toilet paper, you're thinking, I don't eat chocolate, I hate chocolate. Nestle Crunch is still saying thank you, because that toilet paper that you goddamn bought is owned by Nestle. So are you gonna tell me that Nestle is losing money because of that shit? You telling me Nestle's losing money on this shit? Are you telling me that? Because you decide, hold on, wait. Okay, hold on. Let me make it one more scenario before I gotta slow down. Because Lord Jesus, I need to pass the offering plate. Okay. Coca-Cola. They own vitamin water, right? They even got a badass commercial. I love the commercial where the machine is over here singing, I wish I was some vitamin water. It's just dope. It's like an R&B video and shit. It's cool, right? So, all right, let's just say somebody's like, I don't want to drink any soda. Soda's bad for me. Soda's bad. And then you go buy vitamin water. Who's thanking you? Are you thinking you over here outsmarting Coca-Cola because you bought vitamin goddamn water or a Spitzer water? No, Coca-Cola's like, bitch, I'm rich. I got my money because you ain't got this Coca-Cola, that you got this goddamn vitamin water, that you think that you gonna be all right. I still got you. And we making new Coke products, and we still making money on the side too. That's exactly what Microsoft is doing. So I just digress. Livewire, help me. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out
Yeah,
of here.
no doubt. It's the same thing with McDonald's and Chipotle,
Stop it. God damn it. Stop it.
Same thing. Cass was out there talking about it. I can't eat that McDonald's no more. I'm getting fat. And the McDonald's like, word, we got some Mexican food out here. We got some Chipotle. They out here selling Chipotle. They ain't got no commercials. Shit is crazy.
My boy Scree said, I'm buying Coca-Cola with Powerade. Hey, son, get that shit. Coca-Cola thanks you, son. Look, man, I showed that video. It's a video. I can't remember what video it was, because it was talking about this whole shit, man. You need to check it out, man. You need to check out all my videos. But that video, I showed a graph, and it blows my mind. Like, every other industry, big, huge companies buy subsidiary companies, underlings, and people, they may think or not, they don't think about it, but this is Xbox. Microsoft is smart as fuck. I'm gonna give my last points on it, but I gotta finish it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Live.
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. Anybody else want to elaborate on this before we can go ahead and get out of here? Anybody else?
No, you're certainly
yeah. Okay. I think they all done.
Okay, all right, cool. Let me go ahead and finish this up. Okay, all right. For me, personally, let me just say this. I can understand the noofs, the craps. Xbox don't lose no money, Chris. Xbox ain't losing no money. Listen, my man Porter Rock, he made, like people like to bring up tapes and shit. They like to bring up shit and like to talk about shit, right? My man
like
Porter
going
Rock
back to
said this.
everything.
My man Porter Rock said this. This is I would be dying right now. I would kill myself right now if he didn't say this shit. If I'm lying, let me put it like if I would die right now if I'm lying. My man Porter Rock said this to me. He said that PlayStation, because they have the market share and because that they're selling so many consoles, they're making more money. Hardware makes more money than software. He said that. He said, I don't know what he's saying now, but that's what his words were. What this whole situation is right now, what this means is that Xbox, what's up, Megatron? What Xbox is doing is showing, what Nintendo is also showing, is that, nah, bruh, hardware is just a small portion of it. Software is where everybody makes the money. And if you go digital, they make more money. Why do you think GameStop stock has dropped so much? Because that's what they were feeding off of. They ran with that whole narrative that, look, these hardware copies, this is where it's at, this is what's going on. And people, and you know what, and gamers, they don't want to evolve. They want to stay where they are. And that's fine because there's people that still like vinyl, that still want vinyl albums. And there's nothing wrong with that. But for the rest of the world that wants to catch up to reality, they want convenience. And convenience is what? Digital. The days of going to the store, sitting in line, waiting to get your copy of whatever game that is at GameStop, at Best Buy, at whatever. I don't even know if Best Buy is even doing it anymore. I think they shut that shit down. And then you go, and then you bring that game home, and knowing that your ass got to go to work the next day, what's going to happen? You got to download it, and then it's going to take some time. Then by the time that you get that shit downloaded, because you standing here, I got to see the game, I got to see at least the intro, I got to see the credits, I got to see something. Then what you gonna do? You gotta take you're gonna cut that shit off and go to bed and play it the next day. But if you buy digital, that shit's already ready to go, booted, suited and booted, and then you get a chance to play it before you gotta take your ass to bed and go to work in the morning. Am I lying, gentlemen? Am I lying?
No, it's been facts.
No.
If you pre-order it, and of course, it downloads ahead of time.
Right. Now, look, you can't do that with a disc because you got to wait to get that disc. So there's so many other people out there that's adjusted to that. And I know that my brothers and sisters out there that still love to buy their disc, and there's nothing wrong with that. I commend you. Cool. You still want to keep it old school. But this is where the game has changed. Nintendo is no threat to anybody in the console space. You know why? It's because they said it themselves. In an article a couple of months ago, we talked about this on GRG. The main CEO of Nintendo said consoles aren't our first priority. They hinged their bets, and they rolled it off way past long time ago when the GameCube, when they said, look, we're going to bring the power, we're going to bring the powerhouse, but we're going to do it our way, and then the GameCube failed. That's when they were done. They were like, we're going to find every new gimmick and style and way to make money off of our consoles than to come with the most powerful console, because when we tried to do it, gamers didn't respond to it properly, and we tried to go crazy with the new controller. We tried to do all of that. GameCube just did not do it. Even though the GameCube had some dope-ass games, the GameCube failed. Nintendo said, we're not doing it again. So for people that's trying to say that Xbox is diminishing its brand because they're over here sending Game Pass over there, is false. This is what Microsoft do. Microsoft is trying to conquer the world. They're not giving a fuck about your console of choice. They're saying, look, we're going to come in here, backdoor this bitch, and we're going to come in here, and we're going to go ahead, and we're going to put Game Pass in here. And then Nintendo might think that they might got the best of us by saying, oh, okay, we'll give you a game person here, a game person there, whatever. It could be even more than that. We don't know. But guaranteed, Nintendo fans haven't been bitching about nothing. They've been excited. And you know what? That's dangerous for some of you for some of you Sony fans out there, because you know why? Sony is not going to bend. And as an Xbox guy, and when I'm a gamer in general, we're all gamers in general. I got my PlayStation, but as an Xbox guy, PlayStation better worry about that shit, because they're going to be on the island talking about, we are still traditional. But you know what? What's going on? This is the reality. Activision came and they bragged about all the money that they made off of Call of Duty, right? Then what happened? They laid off a whole bunch of people. They're getting frowned upon from the industry. PlayStation's been bragging about all the money that they've been making. But what's PlayStation been doing? We can't do a PSX this year. We can't do a Paris Games Show this year. We can't do an E3 this year. We ain't gonna do a Gamescom this year. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna go ahead and charge our fan base for them to come see what we're gonna do, and then go from there. Is that right to the fan base? I don't think so. But you know what? I'm not a diehard PlayStation fan anymore like I used to be. Maybe about 10, 15 years ago, I would have been like everybody else, like, hey, you know what? Xbox fucked themselves. What Microsoft is doing is it's undercutting every goddamn body to take over the whole goddamn game. That's what they're doing. And I know that there's Xbox fans that don't like it, but this is the future. This is the goddamn future, and if you're not ready for this ride, then maybe you wasn't ready for the new gaming thing. And maybe PlayStation is for you. And let's say PlayStation next generation sells 150 goddamn million consoles next year. Is that still going to make more money than what Xbox is going to do off of Game Pass, Xbox Live, and then off of their exclusives that, well, if you don't want to call them exclusives, off of their games that they're going to are they going to be producing on all these other fucking entities, these platforms? I don't think so. I rest my case on that. You can argue with me at that point, but Xbox is making their motherfucking push, and it looks dangerous. And look, gamers are not going to like it. Some gamers are going to love it. Some people don't want the whole console war bullshit. This is good console war banter. But at the end of the day, Microsoft is like, look, we got the checkmate. And what we got is that we're going to go to do some shit. And don't let Nintendo bring a Nintendo App Store to Xbox, because then it's really over. Don't let them do that, and don't let Steam, because Steam is going through the troubles that they're going through right now with Epic Games, have an App Store and a Nintendo Store on the Xbox. That will kill every goddamn thing, because you know how many motherfucking Xbox gamers will be buying Nintendo games. I think the reason why Reggie left is because of something what Chuck was alluding to, is because they see the writing on the wall, and they want to kind of go third party to goddamn selves. That's my opinion. I could be completely wrong, and you could diss me if I'm wrong, but I think that's exactly where Nintendo wants to go. They don't care about the console space like other people do. They care about making money and being relevant. And you know, Nintendo and PlayStation doesn't have no love lost, and they say, fuck it, we'll go ahead and go against your competitor, the Americans, and we'll go ahead and we'll do our thing, and we'll just try to make more money that way.
Yeah, I would love for him to go third party. I actually wanted that from the jump, because I really wasn't trying to get a Switch. But like, if this Xbox Game Pass, if this is true, and it goes to Switch and opens up avenue for him to do this, I'm all for it. But of course, the Xbox Game Pass goes to Switch, we never get Nintendo games in return. And of course, I'll be pissed at that point.
Yeah. So like, I mean, if Xbox, you know what I'm saying, and then the last thing, and then we're gonna get out of here, and then I already did my spin, so the person that's already won the game of their choice, I'll let them know. But it's pretty much basically this. PlayStation is the one that's not going to allow Game Pass on Xbox. For you know what I'm saying, would it be Xbox to say, hey, we're down to do this, hey, we'll look like the dumpy friend that you think that you're over here taking advantage of, but when motherfuckers start playing Halo Infinite on their goddamn PlayStation whatever handheld that they supposed to be rumored to have, then PlayStation gonna be like, no, Jack, this is some bullshit. You see what I'm saying? When people start actually getting achievements on there, and then they'll have those rewards programs and all that shit, and they see that shit is way better than what PlayStation offers with awards, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Better watch out for Microsoft. Microsoft may have Killer Phil may have a smile on his face, but he knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. Y'all better recognize this shit. Y'all thinking this kumbaya and this all this shit. They're over here looking like we ready to take over the goddamn world. We ready to take this gaming space over because the real threats, Google and Amazon, is right on our goddamn heels. And we know if we don't get our shit together, then they will take over this goddamn industry. They got the money. They got the capital. Xbox ain't dumb. I'm just saying that. All right. Anyway, what is our fail for the week? Anybody just go in here. Let me know what your fail of the week is, guys.
Oh, everybody, all the journalists, people in the industry getting butthurt over Mike Ybarra's comment. When he blasted that dude, got stuck in a tutorial, I think. Where he was complaining about something going to the tutorial. Yeah, everyone got hurt after that. I'm sorry, but you took a L on that shit. I'm sorry, ass motherfuckers. I'm keep it real.
I feel you, Lemon. What's your fail of the week, and where can they find you at, man?
You can find me at 108 Dragons TV on everything, and that was a great finish up, K Mega.
I was kind of long. I'm sorry.
My fail of the week is not starting one of the 3 games that was reviewed terribly as an Anthem. I will be jumping on that tomorrow. I didn't even do my 10-hour trial because everybody ran through their shit, and I didn't want to do it by myself. I wanted to do it with the boys.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. My main man, the rookie of the year, man. Where can they find you at, man?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Operation, of course on Smash. We haven't decided we're gonna do a show this weekend. We're still talking it out, but yeah, because Bloody's on the road right now, it's gonna be with family. So we're not gonna. I don't know if we're gonna do a show tomorrow, but of course you can find us all on Smash Podcast every Saturday around 8:30 Eastern. My about time changes. I forget every now and then, but yeah, you can find me there, of course, on Twitter.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, 100. Where can they find you at, man? And what's your fail of the week?
Oh shoot, fail of the week. I still ain't mowed the lawn yet.
God damn.
It been raining. If I gotta do it tomorrow, I mess up gonna take me off the games, but no.
Y'all had snow. Y'all had snow up there in Southern California.
We get snow in the mountains.
Yeah, I know that, but in Southern California they had snow. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's Southern California, my mountains. Big Bear, that's an hour and a half away from me. My son got snow in Lancaster.
Yeah, that's what.
Because the more you go up, it go up.
Okay.
But 100 didn't have no drinks the other day, so hell froze over.
Oh, that's
it.
That's it.
Yeah, I was sober. I was sober one time this week. I was sober. Somebody wasn't sober last night, but I ain't gonna say no name.
My boy Lemetheus from the Zeus was on another level, man. Hey, my man Bam Bam can vouch for that. I was like, Lord, boy, I'm like, man, I hope that man goes to sleep because he was over here talking crazy. That last thing he said when we got out of here, I was like, what? I can't co-sign my brother on that one. I don't know what the fuck going on here. Hey, my main man, Triple Cup Chuck, man, doing double duty, man. I'm sorry I went so long, man, on that outro, man. But hey, man, where can they find you at, and what's your fail of the week, my brother?
Man, you know I love this shit, man. We do this here, man. We always up. All right, but my fail of the week, man. Check this out. Last week I was at my peep, you know what I'm saying?
Get drunk, my mom. Oh boy, I'm about to say something stupid. Hey, thank you, Cook Cray. I was about to get like offline, K Mega. My bad. Hey, Mr. Simmons, get drunk. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, y'all know. Yeah. You can tell I've been drinking now. But this the thing. Yeah, this the thing though. Like last week though, my fail of the week would be all right. I was supposed to be out there recording a lot of stuff for my people. You know what I'm saying? We had to get together. So I'm out there trying to go YouTube live. And something about going YouTube live on your phone, man, my battery died in about 15 minutes.
Damn.
I mean, ridiculous. So I wasn't even prepared for that there. So then my fail of the week was I went there unprepared. But you can find me at Triple Cup Chuck. I'm always up. We be talking about that Marvel and DC, man. Y'all got to come check it out. I got this segment called Phil Say, man. It kind of is a mind-blowing thing because it's story-driven about Marvel and DC characters, and we just do podcasts, and it's fun and hilarious times. We just be cutting up, you know what I'm saying, right here with GRG. I was on Crossfire. Man, Moose was trying to cut me off. I was like, man, I'm trying to say GRG at the end. You know, I'm doing my thing. But, yeah, we had a good time. And man, let's go ahead and get up out of here for the game. I got my people over. We gonna and Mardi Gras next weekend. I'll be prepared. Let's
that's
go.
Right, Mardi Gras. Woo.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out there cutting the fuck up, man.
Nice,
all
nice.
profanity.
Y'all was over there cutting up on Hump Day or whatever that was with what was it? Hump Cup Day. What was that? Where y'all was all in the white cups?
What dump?
Dump Day, whatever. Yeah.
Man, it was we was cutting up.
Yeah.
It was some good times though, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Dunk.
Yeah, no doubt. Rest in peace, Dump. I don't know you, but hey man, you know what I'm saying? Look, if Chuck represents you, man, I represent you too. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Chuck good people, man. Chuck is real good people. All right, man. Shit. Who else is left? Oh, Live Wire. My Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm finna have this dolphin flying across the screen here pretty soon. I hope you ain't gonna be offended. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Donald Trump be hopping over here with Ivanka or something. You know what I mean? Never know. All right.
Oh, he had to go do daddy. You ain't hear the missus.
Well, I'm over here and
Oh, my bad. I forgot my shit was on mute.
I don't know, man.
So anyway, let me put it this way. I'm not feeling the fact that motherfuckers just be trying to blame shit on the Nick. Nah, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
Y'all got motherfuckers out here fake getting beat up, talking about it was my motherfucking people doing it. Well, fuck
shit.
y'all niggas.
You talk about hey man, Trump, you can't be coming out like you can't be coming hard in the paint like that. Hey man.
Nah, fuck that.
That dude, man, look, man. He's guilty. He's innocent until proven guilty. He ain't been proven guilty yet.
Yeah, he's guilty for ruin. He's definitely guilty for assassinating his career. It is over.
Yeah, nah.
They took him off the last episodes of Empire. He's done.
They said he was mad about his
did him
money.
dirty.
He was making $65,000 per episode. $65,000 per episode. And there was 18 episodes in the last season of Empire, bruh. Come on now. He's making over a mil. Come on. But
he don't know how to live his life.
By the change his name to a mill.
He's living his fucked up life.
F that. Nah, son.
Done.
You understand? I've done some dumb shit in my life.
Yes, Mr. Trump.
I ain't paying my taxes when I was supposed to.
Mr. Trump, you right?
But you know, I get away with that bullshit.
Right, Mr. Trump?
But to get two Nigerian brothers to act like they were white supremacists, come on, that's just lazy.
Mr. Trump, you are absolutely right on that. You know what? I'm still not gonna vote for your ass in 2020, but keep going.
And I understand Nigerians are everywhere. I understand that. But damn.
Yeah,
this is the wrong time to look for equality.
Nigerians in Oklahoma. Yep.
Look for equality, man. You got to find a white boy to do this.
Yeah, you can't find Nigerian. That was just crazy. Anyway, go ahead, man. I'm sorry to take. Yeah, that's crazy to me. Yeah, that is a fail.
I mean, good Jesus. What was it? 3,500?
Career suicide. That's what it is. Career suicide. It's over. He ain't getting away with that one, and nobody's gonna forgive him.
No, they shouldn't.
You forgive, but you don't forget. That's the thing about it.
Hold on, wait a minute. Look, if these allegations are true, because it's still not facts yet, but if these allegations are true, he should be handed the book. His career is already over, and if he was trying to over politicize his career and try to get people to notice him, they notice him, but they noticed him in the wrong way. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that's damn sure.
Well, what you call that taking? The porn industry are taking?
Who?
They take everybody.
No, they ain't gonna. Yeah, no.
Like I don't know, man.
They'll take a crackhead first.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean.
Yeah.
Well, he's homosexual, so yeah. I mean, he could probably get a fan base. Yeah.
I mean,
gay side gangsters. You know what I'm saying? They're taking.
Oh shit. Okay.
I don't know. 100 might be one. He might be right.
We ain't gonna go left, especially with you, Mr. Trump.
He might be right. They might take him. He is the gay Tupac.
Before you go too left. Come on now.
I'm just saying he might. They might think he is the gay Tupac. So you know.
Yo, he's still trying to get that shit out.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to stop him before he goes way left. Where can they find you at live?
My channel.
All right, his channel.
Doing wild shit. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. Now, as you see that there was some bugs, I was playing the beta on this. This is the beta on that I was showing. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna show some actually online play. It runs a lot smoother. Crackdown, yeah.
Crackdown, yeah.
Yeah, this was the beta. But anyway, is there anybody else? I think I got everybody, didn't I? I already think I did. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as for me, it's K Mega 405, and the winner is today. And our first time winner, man, this man has been a part of the podcast. You know what? And I wish I could show this because I'm over here doing the new thing, and so we'll have a wheel of fortune popping off when I get the Steam Deck and everything. But our winner for either Jump Force, Crackdown 3, or well, no, hold on, it's Anthem, because you could get I didn't even put Crackdown in this. It's Anthem, Jump Force, or it's Metro. So either one, you get it's your pick, and the winner is Jazzy Noop, the first time winner. Everybody, the biggest winner that's been a part of the Patreon has been the Dakota Vogue. Well, I can't say it right now. I am a little lit. My boy Vodka. He's been the most winner. He's been getting a lot of goddamn games from me. But my boy Jazzy Noop is the winner. Congratulations. You pick what you want out of those three. If you ain't got Anthem, I think you're crazy as hell. But you know what? I got you. You know what I'm saying? Jump Force is cool. That 61, 62, that shit is not right. It's dumb. That's a dope ass fighting game. You can get that, or you can get Metro, and that is the best looking first person shooter that I've ever seen in my life. It is very beautiful on the X. I'm sorry, Pro. But you know what? PlayStation 5, it will be beautiful on there once that comes out on there. But anyway, this is K Mega 405. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm going to have to do a little something different because I know a lot of people probably wasn't expecting me to do it off of my GRG K Mega stream. And I wasn't thinking it was going to do that there. I now understand why, because I cut off the regular spot where everybody comes to check out my channel. So that's so I just have to turn that back on. But yes, K Mega's channel, K Mega's podcast. Well, let's say K Mega's podcast. Goddamn, GRG podcast is going to be on Twitch. Is going to be on Mixer. Is going to be on Scramcast, I think it's called, and Facebook. I'm going to have it all lit up. I just wanted to test the waters to see if this looked up to par, if this was all right, and to see if this PC that I put up, if this was all right. And you know what? This isn't like the old PC, goddammit. It's working. You know what I'm saying? So give your boy K-Mega some props. I got that Ryzen chip, and then I sit there and I got that RTX 2060, and yeah, we working. We working, baby. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, man. And man, you know what I'm saying? I'm just blessed to be doing this for over 2 years, and the people that's been a part of the podcast. And I love everybody, man. I love everybody that's been a part of it, man. You know, this is the liquor talk and fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do at night. If you ain't gaming, then what else are you doing? My boy 108.
Denzel.
Yep, if your ass ain't working, if you ain't gaming, then you better be doing that pants off dance off. That's it. Thank you guys. Good night. Peace.
And we up out of here.
We out.
100 gallons.
Hold on. I don't know if we out yet. Hold on. Let me hit a couple of buttons first. Let me get a couple buttons first. See, this is what I gotta watch. This is what I gotta watch out for when I'm getting.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.